fucks everything up the moment I hit
I
record.
Queen Latifah's never terrible.
Queen Latifah is a goddess, and anyone who argues with me can burn in the fires of hell.
What did we talk about last week when everybody was...
Yeah, but which helped?
Like, specifically
All
Mike.
night.
Well, we do have a great new
Patrick
microphone
was
for you,
like, yeah.
and it sounded real nice.
And Chad.
Yeah,
Did it?
I don't know
Quite
what it
nice.
was we were talking about. We just
Could
went on the
actually
subject
hear-
of Queen Latifah.
Phil do his thing on Sunday. It was quite nice.
What about his quiet portions?
Oh, it was much better.
What about the peaking? Because I get loud.
There was a bit of peaking. We just got to do a little work on the
noise gate.
the noise gate, the limiter there,
Yeah.
the
Okay.
compressor.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Oh hey,
Welcome back, Laura.
Thank you.
Is that the right background?
It is.
It's much less friendly than last week's background.
It's starting to look like, just a little...
Last week we almost got murdered.
We almost got murdered, and it was like this pleasant hillside.
Yeah, it was like nice rolling
No,
hills.
3 of you almost got murdered. Duncan went on a lovely little jaunt.
So glad I gave him shield.
Only to have him run off and not use it.
He used it for a bit.
You're Lucio over there saying, guys, payload! Fuck!
Yeah.
I need healing! 20 miles away.
Hey, so what happened last week, guys?
Yeah, what happened last week? I was very tired.
you aren't feeling well. We had a great adventure.
We were
Not everyone at once.
we were rolling down the river,
Excited to be in.
and
Rolling,
rolling.
rolling.
Actually, I think we were probably singing "Look Out for Me, Muddy Water," but
Oh, that is a big river reference for all of the musical theater nerds out there.
so we were
Boo!
right. So there were lots of rocks, and I pointed out every single one of them, and we avoided all of them, but kind of got caught on like a
You
sandbar.
did kind of go full Rain Man. There's a rock. There's a rock.
Definitely a rock. Definitely
I was
a rock.
getting really good rolls. I was very good at pointing out the rocks to make sure that we did not crash into them.
How Canadian of you. They're very attuned with rocks and trees and trees and rocks and trees.
That's why they have a rock on their flag. It's just weirdly shaped. It's actually a rock.
Has nothing
I
to
kind of
do
want a
with
rock
trees.
shaped like a maple leaf now. Anyway, so we headed up the river through very rough waters. The wind was against us. It was slow going. And finally, we got through those rough rapids. Well, not rapids, but those rough rocky area. Almost completely through. And then on a big rock at the start of the rocky area, there was a ship perched up on it that had crashed. Had allegedly crashed. It looked very crashed. So we, Duncan went to save the day and swam out there. He was already in the water because this guy had fallen in.
Sing the Mighty Mouse theme as Duncan.
But we got him after I threw the rope, and then after that I tied the other rope to something and threw that rope. And
Yeah, they lost a rope.
That was your rope that got thrown in the water.
He did the whole thing where
I know
I throw the rope.
theme song.
Yeah.
yep, it was worth it. Anyway,
Make sure you tie the rope and then throw the rope.
Yes.
Otherwise, you just throw the rope.
That is a difficult lesson for most second level adventurers to learn. It's usually by level 5 that you,
You guys are
really
level 3.
grasp
I was just say, or even
We're
Phil.
slow learners, Mike.
that you grasp the concept of roping.
That is bringing in meta knowledge.
so anyways, sorry I'm including so much detail.
No, I love it. Please do tell me more.
Continue.
We, so there was a lady screaming within the cabin of this boat, and 2 guardsmen that seemed incompetent and unable to get her out of said cabin. Duncan dove under the waves and went into the cabin from underneath, and the lady jumped on him, and
She seemed quite nice.
she had quite a potty mouth
she
on her.
seemed nice.
Hi.
Why you think she seemed nice, everybody?
Well, she seemed
She's
quite
got-
Why
nice.
you think she seemed
She's got
nice,
great
everybody?
personality.
Never
seems
trust the woman who shows that much cleavage.
You're just.
So-
You're just being mean now.
I'm not
So
being
that's
We're on
it.
a river, which is
So-
almost a beach.
Don't be judgy.
So he somehow managed to take her under the water without banging her head on the roof and getting her all concussed.
I thought you were just going to say without banging her, but you know.
I probably should
Comfy
have
comes
used a pregnant pause
Don't even
there,
know her that well.
but
He's not a first date kind of guy. Duncan is not a first.
oh, he's
As far as I can
definitely.
tell, Duncan's not a literally ever kind of guy.
If you like it, then you better put a ring on it.
You might be the polar opposite of Simone DeRosa.
I think he's the polar opposite of Horde.
Fair.
That too. You're not wrong.
That said, who is Horde anyway? Why do I know that? Anyway, so we rescued the last, and 2 guardsmen hopped onto the boat.
And there were two. They said there were 2 guardsmen that had fallen into the river, and I looked for them and I couldn't find them, and I was quite sad.
I'm thinking that might have been a lie.
I'm pretty sure it was at this point, but we're not there yet in the story, so
Seemed like quite the ruse.
let him have his moment, would you?
So, anyway, the lady was very, very huggy, but also, like I said, very foul language. I was concerned for her upbringing, and we
That's awful judgy. I'm just saying.
well, it's not her fault if it's the upbringing.
I
Anyway.
apologize for saying anything, please.
Anyway,
Jesus Christ. Forgot I
I'm-
can't derail him.
So
I'm okay
she
with-
has to be taken
I'm
back
okay
to
with
her
him doing this
uncle's
because it gives
place.
me time to finish my meal.
You could order another one.
Now you're just being rude. So she asked for a ride to her uncle's place, which was backtracking. Now she claimed this was shorter distance than she actually needed to go. She was saying she needed to get to the capital. So we took her to the uncle's place. It had this nice little fishing dock. There were guys out there fishing, but apparently were holding a whole lot of knives. So we, you guarded the ship from your seasick little tent, and we went off to escort the lady home. And when we got to the front door, instead of doing the whole invite us, well, they did invite us in, kind of.
Are you vampires?
Well, I was gonna try and make
We'll
a
see where
whole
the night goes,
allusion to the whole Duncan kissing his girlfriend at the end of their first date, but I didn't really have a thing for that. So anyway, there's a whole lot of farmhands surrounding us that all.
Permission?
Never without consent.
Never.
Surprise, surprise! They're all bandits. This was all a ruse to get us there to rob us and steal our ship.
long story short, we made a blood puddle out of them.
Yeah, we did.
One of them exploded.
They almost made a
Mom
blood
did
puddle
explode.
out of Crucible.
Yes,
We'll just say that.
they tried to mug us, and
Crucible got the boots at the beginning of that fight.
Joe was not a fan of the prospect of being mugged, so he took some preemptive action,
smoked
peacekeeping actions, and stabbed a dude with.
God
his,
bless America.
I don't know. It was
blade.
like 24 damage. It was more than a stab.
Okay, he split him in twain.
You didn't kill him.
Which, yeah, made me nervous.
More of an oil slick. That's true.
So yeah, there was a big fight, and this guy, all protective of our friend Duncan.
Well, because the reason I put it on Duncan was near her, and I was worried that she was going to kill him. She immediately ran away. like she just said nope and ran away.
Which was okay.
Yeah,
But
there was 10 other guys.
You already put the spell on me.
Duncan decided to go ahead and chase her.
Yes.
Yep. Casanova here just kept chasing her all through the house and out the back of the house and
Listen,
into another
when you
house.
find that booty, sometimes you just gotta.
Swinging booty.
Yeah.
I couldn't let her go. She'd done bad things.
So what'd you find in the house?
Heroes. Oh, there were two two like very large guards in there.
That he didn't fight.
That yeah, I just slipped past them.
That he let you guys fight.
Then he left.
Wasn't concerned with him as much.
It really was. There was two groups. You three and him, and he was being a hero, and you guys were in a fucking bar fight for your lives.
Yeah. We had a lot of people stabbing us with tiny knives. Mm-hmm. When enough people stab you for 3 damage, it starts to add up.
Luckily, Lawrence Elk was there to help.
And Lawrence Elk was very helpful.
Extremely helpful.
So we killed all the guys outside. Crucible literally made one explode, which made a mess out of my armor.
Yeah.
And then we ran inside and killed the 2 enforcers, who were just starting to collect themselves after being knocked down by Duncan. And we followed Duncan, who had followed Island.
Yeah. I had to follow her out through the yard into another house, and there's another man there, and he was the real bad guy in this, and I thought that she was with him, but turns out she turned sides really easy, and she was on my side, so we defeated him.
That's good.
I know there's good in her.
Lots of reason to trust her.
Yeah, you're right. She
No one
turns
likes
traitor
a flip-flopper.
easily. That's a good.
This
good
feels
reason to
this
trust
feels
her.
vaguely similar to starting a relationship with someone.
Duncan, I feel like if you keep
cheated
going,
on their significant
Yeah.
other with you,
Yeah.
and that's how
She
you got
really
started.
likes me. She left her.
I missed
boyfriend
it
for
because
me.
they're so fucking loud.
Duncan, I feel like if you keep going, there could be some good in her.
A little bit.
It was either me or Patrick. One of us had to make that fucking joke, and he's eating. So,
So we got the main
dude,
bad
you
guy.
annihilated those nachos.
I'm fucking hungry.
You must have been starving.
Yeah.
We got the main bad guy to surrender, and we're going to take him to prison. Duncan doesn't want to take Idle in the prison. I compromised by confiscating her weapon. So I don't remember. Is she tied up?
She's tied up.
Okay, she's tied
bound.
up.
They're both bound
She's
and on the
cool with
boat.
us, but we need to give her the chance to turn to be good.
Ugh.
The chance, it's there. You could see it in her.
And Joe and Crucible both agreed that no, they want to offer right now.
Well, I definitely want to take her to jail.
Bars. I
But-
forget if it was orcs or spaghettis. Somebody was like, "Hey, Crucible, did you know you can murder everything?" And then he did. They reminded him of a spell he had, and a turn. What was it? Grave something.
Oh no, he's a
Toll the Dead.
death cleric. He can use Toll the Dead on 2 people.
Pull the dead, and he literally exploded a dude.
Yeah.
That is very
card.
good. I love grave clerics so much.
He's a death
He's
cleric.
dead.
I love clerics.
Clerics are one of the stronger classes if you go through, and there's not perfect balancing in 5e right now.
But no one wants to play the cleric because they get the bad rap of being the heal box. But you
Fuck
can
that. They're
fucking
DPS,
decimate
heal,
Dude.
tanks, they're everything in this.
The character I made for Fuzzy Nuts, if we ever make them in 5e, we'll fucking blast it.
You can run an entire group of clerics, I think, and
You can.
be totally
You
functional.
can, because there's literally every role a cleric can do.
Yeah.
that would
Like
be
druids back in World of Warcraft.
You call the you
Anybody
call
remember
the
that game that died forever ago?
Oh, I still play.
It's not dead.
you call the team the Amen.
Da, da, da. Oh.
Stole that from Reddit, but whatever.
Let's do that for the next one I run. The only rule is you have to be a cleric.
For the book you got?
That would actually be a fun one.
That would suck balls for that book, though, because every cleric would have to be aligned with a specific deity, and likely all of the deities would be in conflict with each other, and there's already enough.
She just got the what's the book?
Next one I'm going to run at some point in time is going to be the Tyranny of Dragons saga, which is 2 adventures, one right after the other. Very, very classic D&D.
Yeah, she's going through it now because it's got some.
It has
Problems?
some issues writing-wise. They fixed a lot of it. I got the new re-release of it, and they fixed quite a bit.
It had so many problems
much-
they had to re-edit it and re-release it.
Well, I think it was the first adventure that they released.
For 5e, yeah.
For 5e, so...
They've had a big surge in players, so I think they're gonna have to do a lot of like weird Q&A balancing stuff moving forward because there's
Yeah.
so many motherfuckers.
Basically, what this
That,
is,
that fucking thing, that 15-page,
12.
12-page
Unearthed
rules
Icona.
errata
Yeah.
that they have put up for
it's all
different classes
optional,
and whatnot.
But it basically makes every
Well,
class
all of
better.
D&D is optional.
Yeah.
Like, fucking all the rules.
No,
are.
the funny thing is, they like did one tiny thing for Rogue because like, yeah, rogues are fine. we don't need to mess with them.
The only thing that I thought was interesting for this is 2.5 pages for Rangers because Rangers are
Yeah.
garbage and they're still garbage. And
Actually, I think they might be fine with
Druids,
those rules.
they changed, instead of wild shape, you can get a wild companion like Rangers, so you could get a pet.
No,
Yeah. Instead of wild shape.
no, you
It's
can get a
casting
fine familiar.
Oh, it's casting Find Familiar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, it's just
Not
familiar?
quite as OP.
It's not a
but
pet?
Familiars are pretty good.
Yeah, but they're not combat.
They can get if you just have them use help every turn, you get advantage every turn.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right.
Someone quick refresh my memory. What was the advantage I got with that Toll the Dead?
You get if they're within, I don't remember if it's 5 or 10 feet, you get attacked 2 with any necromancy cantrip, which
Yes.
Toll the Dead is.
And you do damage regardless, but it's either 8 or 12.
Yeah, it's 12 if they've taken damage already.
Oh,
Yep.
right, because there's a second half to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you have to.
Is that
They have to
Toll the
fail a
Dead. That's
DC.
Toll the Dead is part of that.
They have to fail a DC, but if
If
they've
it's a-
already
if
taken
it-
damage, they take an extra. They take D12 as opposed to D8.
If the target is missing any of its
That's why
points,
the dude.
instead takes 1d12. Yep.
Right, because he got a 1. We just basically fluffed it.
Yeah, I've failed his DC check, so.
Yeah.
I like to imagine that Toll the Dead is like that scene in Coco when the giant bell falls on Ernesto de la Cruz. Just Toll the Dead, bong!
Ernesto de la Cruz.
You know, the thing about that movie, it should have been called Caca.
Oh.
All right, fuck off. Now you can say a lot of shit here, motherfucker. But if you want to go on Coco, we can fucking go.
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend I play a guitar and I talk to dead people. Ooh.
Did you just take a 12-year-old? I'll change my tone. And
I just take a 12-year and take my time.
you're really bringing the C- game tonight, bud.
You know, you're wrong, but we'll still let you leave here alive, maybe.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, where are we at?
Yeah, what are we doing?
Okay,
I
so
am
you were heading back to First Stone. That's what you're doing when you left. You're heading back to First Stone, and it's. Let's do a reminder of where you were.
While we're doing that, I assume Duncan has a bucket somewhere on his ship. I get a bucket and get some water from the live well, and I try to clean all the blood off my armor.
From the explosion?
And the people he killed, and
I mean, there was
his
a lot
own
of blood.
and
There was
you
a
know,
lot of blood. Okay, we killed 10 people in one small area.
We don't know whose was whose blood and whose was what blood.
That's true, because I don't know if Ori got hurt very much,
I'm
but
glad
I got hurt.
I'm glad that HIV wasn't around in D&D.
Yeah.
Because that could be a real problem.
Please don't add that.
No.
You have HIV.
Roll 40.
Yeah, yeah. And you have HP.
Yeah, Constitution.
All right.
Your Constitution score is now a -5.
So we're you guys basically right here, if you can see,
Aye.
where's where the camp was, encampment. This was the White Water Rapids right here.
Aye.
A long stretch of rapids. This was the encampment, and you were heading back this way. That's another 12 miles
But it's with.
with the current,
With the
so it's faster,
Right.
but it was also getting towards evening by the time you were getting all that accomplished. So you're going to roll in well after nightfall.
Aye.
Okay. You guys see in the dark? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I
I
mean,
have low light.
considering the river's straight, you're 3-4 miles out, you can see the lantern light of...
I mean, but just to like avoid
First
anything
stone.
that's in the river.
It's true.
I
yeah.
live underground.
It's true.
17 for my survival roll to get us there.
But you're in your tent.
You,
Or you got it on the
and you have low light vision, correct?
Aye.
Yeah, you're doing fine. There's no real problems. Again, as soon as you hit the connection with the northern Adenian River, trade vessels pick up quite a bit because all of the logging that is done for the Dabblerocker region comes down that river.
Okay.
So, it's a lot of not only fresh lumber, but also other resources coming down, and then trade vessels heading back up with fresh stocks and stuff like that.
Right.
The South Idenian River is wildly less traveled than the Northern Idenian River. Okay, so you roll in, let's say, 9-ish. Okay?
Right.
What do we do?
We should probably take these guys to, or at least one of them. Rolling my eyes.
If I may.
No.
Well, I was talking to everybody, but it's okay.
No.
I understand that you're a little rude. Come on.
No.
This is Dylan talking, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, sweetheart. What are you, like, 4?
Don't call me sweetheart. I will punch you in the taint.
Well, you're going to have to
She's
go
done
looking.
it.
I'm sitting at the time, so meh. Take that.
That was a really witty counterpoint she just made. I'm very impressed with her intelligence.
I feel like you
You
could.
think?
I feel like you could push her over and then punch her.
Exactly.
Can we just have a quick conversation? I'm just a quick little aside. Between people of the road.
Crack, crack, crack,
Blink.
Parlay.
crack, crack, crack.
We're not
crack.
pirates.
Fuck.
I just crack my
Go on
knuckles.
then. Say what
That
you
is, you need to go to a doctor. That is unhealthy. That is real. That is a sign of future joint pain. You're going to have really. Do you have people with stiff limbs in your? I'll move it on. Okay, if I may, definitely take him in. All right. Well, fuck you. Yeah.
Shut up, you. Keep going.
But I didn't kill anybody, okay? And I promise you, I never have. Some dumb people got robbed, yes, but nobody got killed.
Excuse me, I believe there was a lot of people who got killed back there when you turned on them.
Well, that was you guys,
Right.
okay? If we're
put it-
pointing
Who-
fingers here, that
Put
was
us
on
in
you.
that situation.
Who
You
left
did. I mean, I gave you every opportunity. There was
Who-
winks and.
who left them there to fend for themselves?
I will admit that it
Who
was a
took off?
very
Who took
convincing
off?
con that I have been running successfully for months. Hold your applause.
Probably shouldn't have said that.
But
Yeah.
nobody's ever died.
Yeah.
Okay,
Several months there.
I always convinced
Yeah.
these guys not to kill anybody.
I understand that.
We robbed them. We got them naked. We put bags over their heads and we made them walk into the wilderness near the road.
I have an
But
idea.
we never killed them.
Would you
Joe, I'd like
get
to
them
hear
naked
your
with
idea.
the
Who's
fire?
heard of poetic justice?
That's what I'm thinking.
All right, well, that is harassment. Lady, stand up for me.
I do own several bags. I will choose my ugliest bag to put over your head.
It's probably the best deal you're going to get here.
Do you guys know
I want you to
First
change.
Stone very well?
I want you to do better for yourself.
I'm
You
listening.
keep digging your hole deeper.
You know, I never
See,
quite-
they don't. This isn't a recognized per se town.
Right,
They
martial
don't
law.
do things the same way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dead. Like if you hand me in.
I was under the impression they weren't talking about handing you in. Weren't we talking about putting a bag over her head and leaving her out in the wilderness alone?
Naked.
Well, that's also not super preferable. Like naked's like kind of fucked up.
You just said it. You did it to the other people.
They had their undergarments on them
Then
if they weren't
Hey, excuse me,
expensive.
you said stripped. So,
Well,
How can we assume that it is, not stripped all the way?
listen, I know I haven't earned a lot of trust here.
I think we're at a grand total of 0. I don't know, my math's a little off.
It's good to start it even.
I vote undergarments and bag on head and left in forest. Anyone else?
Not the forest. No, fuck off. You give me to the guards.
Hands tying behind the backs.
And the forest?
Technically, from a mathematical standpoint, isn't 0 like not even? It's like its own thing.
If we let you go, what are you gonna do? Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, how close am I to this guy, and how tied up are we? I need to know all the aspects of this hypothetical. I'm just saying.
Well, we're probably going to turn
chief-
Dwayne
the
in.
chief?
Yeah.
He's gonna
Dwayne's
get
getting
turned
turned in.
Oh,
That guy's
okay,
killer.
cool. Yeah, we're good. We're totally
You
fine.
didn't answer my question.
Like, I will never look for you. I will never find you. I'll never find me.
So
if
as
that's
the
what you're looking
person
for.
that lied to us and betrayed her own people.
They're not my people. Fuck that shit. Seriously, I convinced these fucking idiots. All right, let's chill with the language.
But you'll go back to a life of crime.
Of course she will.
What storybook is this one
I
from?
mean, she hasn't left a life of crime. She's done nothing
You
to
are
prove
adorable.
any time of
You.
worthiness.
That was
tried.
not a thing. I was not being nice to you there. Okay.
I'm going to take it as a compliment because I feel like it.
Sounded like a compliment to
Thank
me.
you.
Duncan, what do
And
you
I
think?
am adorable.
Okay, hey, handsome. Cap.
Taint punching.
Here's what I know.
Just bring it down.
I know that if it
Decaf.
wasn't for her changing sides, I might be dead right now. I know. I can feel it. There's good somewhere in there. It might
Somewhere.
be deep down,
Deep
but it's in there.
in there.
I also know she did some very bad things to people.
That is a matter of perspective. I'm just saying.
You admitted it yourself.
It's not
You
very
robbed him?
bad. Nobody
You robbed
died.
him. You robbed him. You took everything from him.
Oh well, I'm
Things
sorry
they
that you
worked
grew up
for,
with a silver
they
spoon.
worked hard. Well, you don't know me at all.
Okay, hear me out. Bag over head, no weapons, clothes on. Let's not be this. That could lead
listed
to
her having the clothes on,
that could
because
lead
it's
to a
just
very
really
bad
easy.
spot and real
And they-
quickly. You know that.
I do know that for sure. Close on.
Not the
No
forest.
weapons.
Not the fucking forest.
North side of the river.
North side of the river. I'm cool with that.
Spin around 50 times before we let her go.
50 times?
Does anybody have a bat?
I can't even count that. I don't have a perspective if I'm my eyes are closed.
Yeah.
Do the
I can
bat
count to
spin.
50.
I'm a fisherman, so I've got the club.
I'm sorry. What are we clubbing?
Well, no, not like club. Just like thinking of like roughly like the size of like a.
Something's just
Spin it around
fit
on
in.
the base.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm roughly that size. She could just put her head on top of me and spin around.
Or we
So-
could just club her.
And then I punch her in the kneecaps when she goes by.
All right, here's my vote. Set her loose on the north side. I don't think we really need to put a bag on her head. I don't think it's gonna matter. No weapons. We see you again, and you're doing anything bad,
I'm gonna be fine.
we
I'm
kill you.
Turning a new leaf. That's how that phrase goes. Yeah, right. It's not a stone. Tune a new stone. Tune a new leaf. Leaf rather. Sounds right.
That's my vote.
Insight check if she's actually turning a new leaf.
And I'm also
That is
probably
a natural one. She's very, very honest, I believe.
But I'm going to roll for that same thing.
I probably wouldn't murder her.
17
I'm just
on
saying that to
insight.
be intimidating.
She sounds sincere, but she's also, in your experience, somebody who hasn't done anything else. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Right.
Professional
Options are
liar.
limited.
Well, but you did say that you thought she wasn't a murderer before. Well,
Yeah.
last week you didn't
Yeah.
insight check.
Right,
You
but
said
she's
that.
not exactly gonna go to a day job.
True, but I'm not certain that
She
that's
may
actually
not, she may
that's
not be a
worthy of
murderer,
death.
but that
though.
doesn't mean she's not going to leave someone for dead.
Have you ever heard the saying that if you
We
give
left him near
a
the
man
road.
a fish, you feed him for a day, but you teach a man to fish and you feed him forever?
Hey?
I like
she
the
hasn't
saying.
known anything other
about
than
this?
How about you let the
What-
man teach himself to fish because
What
it's
if
fishing and
I
it's not
give
that fucking
her-
I
hard.
like the saying: if you build a man on fire, he's warm for a night. But if you set a man on fire, he's warm for the rest of his life.
That is a really good saying.
You have issues.
I have books
How about this?
from below.
Why am I the bad guy here? They killed like so many people.
Kidding.
Many
North
different
side,
kinds of trades.
clothes on,
I could
no
give her
bag,
one and
we
teach
take
her
her
a trade,
hands.
and she could have a job somewhere.
My hand? You take my hands?
Can't steal anything then.
That's a little extreme.
You dig?
Going there?
You might as well kill.
That's
her
a
for
little
doing
too
that.
fundamentalist there.
Yeah, no, go ahead and cut my hands off and leave me in the middle of nowhere.
All right,
yeah, I
she
won't
said-
bleed to death. You,
She said, give me
what
some.
the fuck?
All right. You guys, you take Dwayne in, turn him into the authorities. Bagby and I, we'll take Idlin back down the river a bit, drop her off up there, come back for you. Deal?
Deal.
Well, hope to see you again.
Oh, you'll see us again.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm not giving back the rapier.
She doesn't get her weapons back.
Right.
That was the deal.
That sounds like a great plan. That sounds like a great plan. I'm glad to be a part of it.
You're not. But thank you.
I'm a part of it.
You're physically here.
You are
in this
A part of
space.
it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm a part.
You're a
part
part
of
of it the way that a cow
I think we're all arguing
made the
semantics
steak
here, and I'm
is
right.
a part
It's
of
fine.
dinner.
I kind of like her. I kind of want her to come with us and be our friend.
Aye.
She's very sassy. I like it.
They won't have it though.
No, I know.
We tried that already.
I'd rather
don't
not
trust
wake up
anyone?
stab.
See,
Just saying.
there's no trust going on there.
Oh.
Bite it.
Oh, I dig him out. Yeah, I get him.
Are we there yet?
Take the
We could
hand.
cut the finger off.
Oh, we've been
the hell?
docked all this whole conversation. We've been docked.
Yeah, you've been docked the whole time.
Yeah. So all right,
Oh.
we'll take Dwayne the Rock in.
Okay. Well, okay. Can I say words now?
No.
Nope.
Fuck you! Roll athletics to physically move him.
Ooh. 22. I pick him up.
You did quite well there.
Yeah, you're able to.
Come on, pal.
With it was actually closer than you think, so it actually does require some effort.
Okay. Okay.
Ooh. James Arthur Vineyards is releasing holiday wine.
Oh,
I get random notifications.
trail mix?
The good shit trail mix.
Well, I bought some at Walgreens and it sucked.
I want to see a bag of trail mix. That's
This is good shit.
that good shit.
Brought to you by Snoop Dogg. The
Do you want like
Yeah.
Walgreens punch?
I just eat their fruit. Thank you for sharing, Chuck.
what's
Cars?
stiff beef? What?
When she was saying that I had like joint
Oh,
problems.
stiff beef. Yeah.
Arthritis beef.
Yeah. So you guys are on your way up. Who do we want to do first?
Yeah.
We're there.
Okay. Go ahead and roll survival, by the way, to just pilot. Okay. You don't run into a whole lot of guardsmen. You on the docks, at least. Towards the stairs leading up, you do finally meet one.
I'll let Crucible
might
take the lead.
We encounter what? I'm sorry.
You don't encounter any guards on the docks, but
Right.
the stairs leading up, you finally run into one.
Fellow law enforcement men.
What?
I'm a constable down from Krasden. We're touring in your way here, and we happen to encounter a group of rogues bandits. We,
You are big.
yeah, I am. I enjoy it when people look up to me. So, anyway, we encountered this gentleman trying to rob us, and we thought we'd bring him in. Well, not just rob us, but try to kill us.
I like the picture we make right now of just like
I'm still covered in blood, by the way.
just giant fucking warforged, armor-clad paladin, and then spindly little.
Well, we don't.
Do you have a jail? Do you have a? I mean, do you have a?
Yeah.
I mean,
Follow me. I'll take you to guard captain.
yeah, that'd be
That'll work.
great.
He looks super confused and leads you up the stairs.
Cut to me rolling a natural one.
You scraped the shit out of the boat and you're leaving.
No, you
the
as
same
you've been,
guy's
as you've
boat.
been
He got
docked,
tiny.
another boat parked in behind you, and now you're having trouble figuring out how to get out of there.
I'm trying to do this backup thing that just keeps going back and forth.
It just cuts to Idlin. You have to move. Bagby's in the front, screaming at somebody else.
Somebody on the dock.
Hello! Your boat is in our way. Could you please move it? Thank you.
Get the fuck out of the way!
Sometimes being nice to people helps.
Yes, and sometimes screaming at shitheads!
We're like two sides of the same coin.
Does she have Tourette's?
Some developmental. There's got to be something going on there. Probably not Tourette's, but you know.
I blame the schools.
The lack thereof. Okay. Heading back up. So there's actually one guard tower at the end of the bridge, which looks like towards the edge of town, that he leads you towards. And it's kind of, you see a couple of guards walk in and out as you walk up. Now this was actually designed to be here, clearly. It's not only built a part of the bridge, but it's older than a lot of the structures built into the side. So whenever this came up, this was supposed to be.
All right, so we're approaching this thing, and is there anybody? Okay, we're walking in with these other two people, right?
Yeah.
All right. Are we greeted by anybody?
Walking in, well, roll perception. There's some obvious things, but there's some other things.
3. Roll the 2.
You're busy.
17.
21.
Okay. 17
I'm
and
currently
21.
actually focusing on this plane of existence.
17 and 21. You're not your dad.
No, I know. I'm not daydreaming.
17 and 21, you basically get all the information between the two of you. 3, he's just being an asshole the entire time.
Yeah, I'm just fighting with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Walk in, and immediately you hear one guard brushes past the group of you, not seemingly caring that you're trying to walk in as he's walking out. And walking in, you smell bad food, for one. There's a pot boiling in the hearth of something that is probably technically food. A lot of bunks set up, even just right off to the side in this small room you're in, with a couple of guards trying to sleep on them. A desk with an older gentleman, grayed out beard, long wrinkles in the face, and you can't tell if that's from age or stress. Looks like kind of both. Of all the guards, most of them are in slapped together leather with not even many Adenian symbols on them. This guy's wearing a full Adenian plate, right?
Before we approach him, I would like to have a little bit of an aside with Dwayne.
You could do it on the way up, sure.
On the way up, I'm just gonna say, as I'm using Charm Person, which she will roll a Wisdom saving throw for.
He crit.
Oh, okay.
Like crit good or bad?
All right. Well,
That's 20.
Okay.
I guess.
We can't really tell, but yeah.
I guess you resist the charm spell, but all the same, I guess I'm gonna tell him. You know, I think.
That's actually the second crit I've rolled tonight. You guys might want to be careful.
Dice, man.
Dwayne.
He's using them
I don't hope you don't mind if I call you Dwayne. There, I really think that the best course of action here, just confess to everything, and they'll let you off easy.
Fuck you! Fuck you too! Ah, fuck.
Can I at least
Yeah,
roll
it's-
persuasion?
Yeah, I assume there's a little.
Can I at least roll persuasion?
Sure.
He doesn't treat me friendly, but I.
Sure.
Okay. 14. I assume the response is still the fuck you.
Well, the response is fuck you. You don't know if your message got fucked.
Okay.
You don't need. Okay, walking in, and you see him. He looks tired, the guy in the plate armor, and he's talking to looks like a messenger off to the side. You did notice one riding horse tied up outside on your way in. Tell them we need more hands. Just say resupply desperately needed from Captain Hawthorne. Go. Who the hell are you?
Captain Hawthorne, how are you, sir?
Been better, giant bloodied man. Am I arresting all of these people? He looks at the guard next to you. I don't think
Well, let me
so.
tell you.
Just this guy.
Yeah, just this guy. But first, let
one
me
guy.
tell you, my name's Crucible. Nice to meet you, sir. I am a constable from Krasden, down the riverway there. And, no, it's dry. Don't worry about that. Anyway, we encountered a bunch
Krasden.
Yeah.
I had tickets for a bed down there for the festival.
There was a wonderful festival. Too
Had
bad
to
you
let him
couldn't
go.
make
I didn't get a go.
it. Too bad you couldn't make it, sir. But I tell you what, we encountered a bunch of rogues down the way here. And,
Whereabouts?
I don't know,
What side of the road?
north side of the river there. About,
North River.
about 16 clicks down the way.
He
Oh,
pulls out.
upstream.
He pulls out a roll persuasion real quick. You won't need to roll high.
Persuasion? 4.
Maybe higher than that.
My charisma sucks balls.
We found him upstream, north side of the bank on the southern fork.
Little Doc,
It's
Palisade.
12, 15 miles up.
Right.
What the hell are you doing back here?
Well, we decided to bring this guy down here.
He surrendered.
He surrendered to
His
us,
friends
and we
didn't.
decided to do the humane thing and actually bring him in. I can't say that his friends were as lucky.
Yeah. He starts shuffling around in like apple crates behind him. You see a whole stack of them now that you're on the other side of the desk.
Thank you, but I'm not very hungry.
All of them have scrolls in them. Like, clearly. He pulls out a pile of them. Go through the pile. If he looks like anybody in the picture, there's a reward to your stake.
All right. I'll let you guys search. I'll keep holding him. Unless they come take him away. Or maybe we want to keep him until we look through the scrolls. Just to compare it.
If he's not on the scrolls, I don't give a shit.
So you're saying if he's not in the scrolls, we can pretty much do whatever we want with him?
Listen. If he really tried to jump you out there, I'm surprised he's alive. The fact that you're bringing him in makes me think you're looking for a bounty. If there's not a bounty on his head, I don't know why you brought him here.
All right, well, let's,
We don't have a Justicar, and I'm one man. Fuck it.
Ori, let's dig through this.
Okay.
Hey, buddy. Which side's your good side?
Well, before I lost my left ear, it was that one.
I look for like
What if I'm helping
one
you?
and a quarter ear.
I'm up on the map.
It does look like there's a big chunk
little
missing
left,
at
Left, a
All right,
little
what
bit to
what
the
are we
right.
rolling to?
Investigation.
compare
investigation.
against
Okay.
Is what it is. It's poorly drawn wanted poster.
Yeah. I wish we had a wizard.
14.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
That would be good thing too, because my investigation is not great. 21.
21, definitely. I'm gonna give it to you.
I'm
Okay.
14. Yep.
Yes, it's in there. You bring it to Crucible and Joe's attention. He has long hair in the drawing, but
Is Dwayne his real name?
it doesn't it's listed as this. I can't remember what it is. It's some dumbass fucking joke. It doesn't matter. Sure, Dwayne was the name. I had some stupid shitty joke.
Like
here.
his last name, if I
Really?
remember right,
You
was
had a stupid, shitty joke?
Frauderock.
yeah, his last name was like Throderock. So Dwayne, the Throderock.
No, her name was Frauderock.
Frauderock.
Yeah, he's supposed to.
Oh yeah, but he's her uncle. Remember, she told us.
Just making up for last week.
I don't understand why
I think
she would lie
sales.
about it.
Yeah, no, that all makes sense. Okay, so we found him.
Yes.
Good shot.
Yeah, you found him. The reason that it makes sense is there's a description of a tattoo on the forearm that matches perfectly. The picture itself, because he has long hair in the picture, but basically shaved in real life.
But I want to know what the tattoo is.
The tattoo is of two dogs eating each other, but it's terrible. I don't know who did it, but it's
Like
terrible.
eating each other or eating each other?
See, it's supposed to be they're eating each other's tails, but it really looks like 69.
Okay, so it's, yeah, okay. It's like,
Who'd
it's
you
like
get
yin
to
and, it's
do
like yin
that?
and yang with dogs. Got it.
We were all 18 once. Shut up!
15 to get out of the docks.
Yeah, after
advantage.
repeatedly.
I climbed up onto the mast and I was like, no, aft. No, starboard. No, the other one. Port.
Your other starboard.
You guys need communication work.
Port is left, starboard is right.
Bow.
Oh my god! let me go. I'll help. Fuck.
No, I actually like the amount of torture this is causing you.
How's the boat ride?
I'm used to it now. It's been like 3 or 4 times.
All right.
Thank you for asking. That was very nice of you, though.
So we're out to the docks. Cut to.
Okay.
So we got Dwayne.
Yeah.
What's the constables or the captain say?
Yeah, that seems to fashion. Langley, grab him. Put him in the stocks till morning. He'll hang. Congratulations. That's he brings out a purse. Split it evenly, or
It's a nice purse you got there.
Why don't you just give him a lump sum? We gotta split it more ways than 3.
fair. It's 40 for him. 40 for his head. Congratulations.
Okay.
Listen, if you're sticking around, you can go through these and take a look. We're always in need of good bounty hunters.
Oh, believe it or not, we weren't really bounty hunting. We just kind of wanted justice to be done. But
You know, I think I'll take.
Joe's giving you the shut the fuck up.
I look
I will
through them,
take-
I'm like, we can look through them.
I'm going to take another look because there any
We'll just add the quest to our log.
Oh, I
We'll
understand.
do it at some point.
I understand we have some hobbyists here. Okay.
like do you happen to have any females of the opposite sex in this pile of
Females of the opposite
That's
sex?
correct, you heard me.
You mean men?
No, females of the opposite sex. You know what I mean. The ladies.
Gender confuses him a little bit.
Oh, right. I've only met like a handful of you.
What do you mean of me?
What are
Probably
they
let
called?
that one go.
Metal thing. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, go for it. Just leave the scrolls, okay?
Okay. Investigate?
Sure.
I don't really care.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can head into town if you want. You gotta wait for them.
16.
I'm kind of hungry.
I'm not much help.
There was that one.
I got
inn
a
you guys
9.
stayed at. It was pretty good.
We're probably going
You know
back.
that one inn that you guys stayed in?
I'll probably go back. I'm exhausted.
Same
That's probably where I'm gonna go once we get done with the scrolls.
It is 9 p.m.
It's like a copper to stay there. Can't beat that deal.
They weren't great rooms, but yeah.
No one tried to stab me.
Bed bugs everywhere.
Were there bed bugs?
No.
Okay, because if there were, then Duncan's ship has bed bugs.
Bars, are you asking if women of the opposite gender was the band name? Because
That is a great band name. Females of the opposite gender.
that's so much better than pronoun.
It's so much fun. The opening band for Jimmy Eat World last night was Pronoun, or Tuesday night. That's what Philip told me.
Pronoun. It's kind of funny.
They were actually pretty decent.
Well, I have to imagine it's actually a pretty desirable. I know Jimmy Eat World's not exactly a new band, but I'm sure it's at least a desirable tour to go on.
I mean, they've got some name recognition.
Sure.
All right, so we go.
You are hammering those tiny wines.
Is that? Oh, that's still the. How many have you
I
had?
drank 2 yesterday.
There's still two
Oh, okay.
chocolate.
Jesus, because there's 3 empties
left.
here.
Oh no, they're not. Morgan ate them.
Oh,
There were
you ate,
two.
you ate the chocolates.
There were 2. I
She brought a box of very nice chocolates from Disney.
Disney chocolates?
It was technically from Universal, from the Toothsome
So they were
Chocolate
just-
Factory Emporium. It is a.
Does Disney own Universal too?
No.
Sure.
It's a
Disney owns everything.
steampunk
Yeah.
chocolate factory.
They are big competitors, actually.
It's very fun. The food is delicious, and their chocolate is very good.
Do we find Eidolon?
In there?
Yeah, that's specifically who I was looking for.
What was your insight?
16.
9. Wait, inside or investigation?
It's investigation.
Okay, 9.
Sorry. You find somebody that it's listed as female, no picture. Kind of describes her, but there's some discrepancies on what this person looks like. And there's like a bunch of aliases used, and none of them are Eidolon. But the MO seems familiar. Tricks travelers into bad situations and then cons them. However, it doesn't say, it never says anywhere that murder or assault are part of her MO.
Bounty 5,000 gold.
Well, it's
I assume it's got to be less than the bandit
Handful of
chief, right?
no, it's like way more.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Is the
it's like 100 accounts of robbery.
is the captain looking my way? Is anybody looking for
Roll perception.
12.
Doesn't appear to be, but there's
Skin
more than a
sketching.
few. There's more than a few people in here.
Can't you do like a Xerox?
That's I'm gonna have to. Excuse me, captain or officer. Who was the other guy? Can't remember his name.
Hawthorne?
Langley.
It was Captain
Langley.
Hawthorne. Officer Langley. Do you happen to have some parchment that I could just borrow?
Yeah. One second. He disappears in the back room, comes back out, gives you parchment. Parchment and a piece of, like an ink or whatever.
Right.
There's a photo of her?
If you don't mind, I'm just gonna copy down some
You
information
would
here.
try to-
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. I was just gonna
Just a
shake it.
circle with some eyes in it.
Oh,
Around it.
His arm just comes down, straight down.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's like Sonny drawing an iRobot.
Add a little chiaroscuro.
He's not looking at it as he does it.
Crucible, you have excellent penmanship.
I don't know.
That's a totally on brand too. You have excellent penmanship from this point
when the
forward. That's
camera
canon.
moves, it looks like the
That's
clouds
totally
are
on brand.
moving, and
All right.
is it doing thunder?
So, Crucible, are you still there or do you
Watch it
leave?
there.
I'm hanging around, but I'm kind of disinterested in what's going on.
Okay. Crucible, I'm going to head to the inn. I'm guessing Ori's going to come with. Are you going to go back to the docks or you want to come with us?
I'm gonna be going back to the docks.
Okay.
Actually, along the way, I'm gonna see if I can clean up a little bit and find some plant-based oil.
See if they have any wet wipes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're just gonna wait for him at the
Hawthorne
docks? I mean, there's
overhears
no
you.
boat to
You're looking
guard.
for oil?
Yeah, they're coming back.
They're coming back.
You looking for oil?
Right, but he would just be...
What?
You're
I'm
looking for oil?
Yeah.
There's another metal guy like you, other side of the bridge. He does metalworking.
Really? Like
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He's different
I was
color,
there,
but
I'm
yeah.
Tell him there's no one like him to make him feel better.
Well, thank you.
Don't worry,
The
buddy. There's
inspiring
nobody
ones
just
out there.
like you.
Don't touch me.
Oh, I don't know if he's different or whatever, but he's real big.
I have no idea.
Well, thank you for that
Crucible's the only
information.
Warforged I've met. Alright, so we head back to the inn.
Did you hear that? Fucking every vertebrae in my neck.
So we head back upriver for a few miles then.
I think so, yes.
Not incredibly far, but at least a few miles away.
No, not too far.
And,
Okay.
And we whenever there's a good place on the
Sure.
north side to let her go.
Sure.
You want me to? I will roll for it.
Yeah, go for it.
11. Not great. 11. My survival.
You find a reasonable spot.
Right.
Listen, I know you think that I'm adorable, and I know that probably you haven't had the best life and the best upbringing. Maybe not a lot of love in your house. But there's always time for second chances. and
Am I
there's-
supposed to cry here?
No, I don't want you to cry. God, don't be a pussy. But, I just want you to know that, like, you have options. You have other choices that you can make. You don't have to rob people on the side of the river. You're a very pretty lady. The light above you just went out. It's like whatever gods are out there are speaking to you right now.
I got it.
Do you see?
Oh, you got it? You want this?
I think.
It's all gonna be Chad butt for a second.
Was that Lincoln running around the closet?
I think he just loosened.
Don't touch it
My
anymore.
kid has managed to shake the light bulb clean out of the light.
He sounds quite angry up there.
No, that's just how he sounds.
You have choices that you can
Roll
make.
perception.
Perception or persuasion?
Perception.
Perception. Oh.
And then persuasion.
Ooh, perception is a 21. 22, I can add.
Okay.
And then persuasion is a 9.
Kid, you're very cute.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm gonna get going. This has been real. I loved all of it. Can I get hugs? Can we do hugs? Are we doing hugs?
What does my perception of 22 get me? Why did you have me roll it?
No.
Feel it.
So you know for sure.
Hugs. Come on, bring it in.
No,
Bring it in,
I
kiddo.
don't think so. No, I don't want to give you a hug. I feel like you're going to, like, strangle me a little bit, crack some of my ribs, and then, like, pull me overboard with you.
You
and
all have a lot of issues. All of
mostly
you.
trust issues.
All right, come on, big guy. We've been
Don't
through
hug
some
her.
stuff.
Don't hug her.
I
No.
hug her. Bad things that happen to you don't have to define you.
You're very cute as well. Okay. I loved hanging out with you guys. I want you to know that. This has been great.
Right? And this is so you think of us often and think of us well. And I shove her off the side of the boat into the water.
Hands and everything still tied. Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Sploosh.
Better roll well on athletics.
I high five Duncan.
She swims off to the side. You roll to start moving away.
No, I take one of my daggers. Idling!
What?
And I throw it past her inland. That's for you. Stay safe now.
Oh, I'm good. And she pulls out another knife. She grabs that knife. Thank you, though.
Shoving off.
Thanks, kid.
Make better choices. I know that you won't, but it was worth a try.
Duncan, call it alone. I love you, buddy. She starts running.
21 to get back. Call it alone.
You're missing 10 gold.
Call it alone.
That's why I didn't hug her.
She hasn't been bound in a long time.
Thought maybe my 22 perception roll would let me know that, but
It probably
Plus
didn't
10
beat
sleight
her.
of hand plus a natural 20.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
that's what you rolled, you son of a bitch.
30. Anybody want to beat a 30?
I tried to be mad at her, but I can't. That was amazing. I mean, I was right there, and she just took 10. Just 10.
She actually left you a bunch.
I know.
Also, there's once you go looking, there's a note in your coin purse as well.
I'm
Great.
going to punch her so hard in the face when we see her again, because we're going to see her again. It's going to be like a reoccurring person in our lives. I can feel it.
Not necessarily.
But I'm going to punch her in the face. Or the taint, because I did threaten that a couple times.
What does the note say? What does the note say? Is it private?
It says, you know, not all the flirting was lying. See you later. Little winky face.
Oh.
Did she just invent the winky face emoji?
Yeah.
What is that? It looks like a winky face.
I think it means she's winking at you.
She's
I've
winking?
learned a lot about, like, weird human.
Well, I think it's
flirting and
actually like a little
mating
face winking.
rituals.
I think it's a little.
She's not a very
No,
good
it's a
drawer.
semicolon.
For someone who has sleight of hand, she
Colon.
doesn't have great artistic abilities, but it's okay. Whatever.
Perhaps she didn't have a lot of time. We were watching her the whole time, and she did this when even we were watching her.
Right, with her hands behind her back. That's really kind of impressive.
No, her hands were in front of her.
Whatever.
Bound in front seems like a poor choice.
Bound and back is the worst choice. You have to. You want to see their hands. You always want to see their hands.
Anywho. I don't know that we made the right choice with that one, but it was a choice.
I hope we see her again. It would be nice to see her again.
So the bounty for her is 150.
We don't know that, I don't.
No, we don't. It's all hidden back.
Clearly, stolen property is a bigger issue to the guards than loss of life.
Welcome to a Yadini network.
All right.
Cut to.
Okay, cut back.
Oh,
You guys walk into where the water meets the. What is it? Where the salt meets the water?
sure.
I think
Sounds
that's
right.
what it was called.
Do the hostess.
Hi, welcome to where the salt meets the water. Our nightly specials of tonight go as follows: boar stew, mixed vegetables on the side. We also have a rabbit soup. The rabbit soup comes with a piece of bread. What can I get you?
We'll just pay for some rooms and get some food.
Okay, sounds good. Would you like the all-you-can-eat and drink for? It's only one gold apiece.
No, thank you.
No, just probably the boar sounds better. Let's go with the boar.
Okay, but well, you'll have a server at your table that'll help you shortly.
Thank you.
Could we request the furthest table from the door?
What are you talking about? We want the closest one to the door. I want to hear that through my entire meal.
That table's already taken. I'm afraid all we have is within 20 feet of me.
I can't believe I remembered that fucking voice, by the way.
That's impressive.
I can't remember regular NPC voice.
I'm glad you didn't remember it. Okay, so what do we
She's
owe for
unbelievably annoying. I will.
that? What did we pay last time? Like a silver for the room and like a copper?
It was a silver for the room, and I think it was 3 copper for the meal,
Sure.
and a copper per drink if you feel like it's swill. But
Let's say I got 1.
Michael, you're a little off center on the GM screen.
okay, fantastic. Thank you. I was gonna mark this. I should mark this. Just like right here.
Just put a little mark where the Santa is.
Yeah. Okay.
Do we have
Where's
time?
where's
No,
the,
fine.
the delicious fruit?
Oh, the fruit snack.
It's over there.
So, Crucible, what are you doing?
I'm heading across the bridge. I'm gonna go. I'm in search of my oil because I gotta. If I leave this stuff on, it's just gonna chafe.
Okay. You head across the bridge.
Head across the bridge.
There.
McMahon Wakia.
He said he was a metal worker. He told you he was a metal worker. You get across, and sure enough, on the other side, there's exactly one blacksmith.
I head on over.
Still open. Somebody pounding away as you walk up. You can hear
Oh my.
hammer on anvil.
Beat me to it. Greetings, fellow kind.
Turning around,
Dad. No.
turning around
Nice,
is a warforged of so you're silver, right? Mm-hmm. This is more of a bronzed looking one, right? He's while you're very tall and straight and lanky, his back is shaped differently for some reason, and it's like flat, coming straight off of where his hips would be, kind of. And makes him look very hunched over and very wide. Very, very long arms, shorter legs. This one was just built less humanoid than you.
Interesting. Probably built specifically for what he's doing.
Yeah.
Well, I understand that you might have some oil here that I can procure from you.
Kindred, come in.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for welcoming me.
Please, sit. He shows you to a stool.
All right. It's good to get a load off.
Oil. You don't need to get a load off.
Ah,
Oil. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for something generally plant-based here. I gotta get all this crap cleaned off me and,
I have a deal with one of the restaurants. It's slightly used, but it will do the job.
that's fine. I just gotta make sure that I'm not well, you know how the chafing goes.
Ugh, it's chafing.
Yeah.
So, my name is Homrand. And yours?
Crucible.
Crucible. That name strikes a chord. Are you from nearby?
I'm from the Krasden area.
Ah!
Actually, part of the constabulary there.
Yes, I've heard tell.
You've heard tale.
Sounds like Keanu Reeves.
There's only so many of us in the region,
That's true.
and many people attend your festival.
Well, yeah, the festival is a very big deal for us there. Have you ever been?
No.
I mean,
The only metal worker in town. It doesn't pay to go anywhere else.
metal worker.
I know. I've heard it all.
Yep.
Just a moment. I need to heat the oil for you.
Thanks. Is there a clean water well around here?
Yes, just out back. He points you to a door.
All right, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna go.
Anything, brother. Anything.
All right. Cut two.
Cut to what?
I came back.
Okay.
I'm back there for a while cleaning up.
As you're walking back in, he hears you, looks over. How long have you been woken, brother? Sorry, bro. Brother.
Well, I was part of the war is going on here.
Really?
Then I decided just to settle in at Krasden.
20s, teens? Not 30s, do you know?
20s.
Ah, not of the older branch. That's me. I'm an old metal. It's good to see you, though. It's been some time.
Yeah, it's not often we're able to see ones like us, huh?
Not at all. You see that he's moved a large pot into overhanging the fire, a cauldron, huge, massive thing. He has to be quite strong to be able to do it, and it's full of oil. As you come in, that's warm enough. No need to scald. He pulls it off, and he pulls it onto his back, which, as you notice now, is sort of curved towards the bottom, shaped like a fucking dump truck, basically. And he walks towards you. Ladle, you get, and he hands you a bucket. Grab some for yourself with the ladle.
I do. Start pouring it on and smearing it around.
He walks back and rehangs it. Massive arms on him. The legs too far forward for the average bipedal. They really changed the design later on, didn't they?
They slimmed us down just a little bit.
Well, I was made for a purpose. You must have been more of the combat.
I was part of the combat, that's true.
Will you sit with me a while?
You know what? I've got nowhere else to go. No, I mean literally. I've got nowhere else to go.
Well, you're welcome here, brother.
Excellent.
You sit and
This is the cutest friendship I've ever seen.
you sit and talk for hours.
Best friend.
He seems almost eager to talk about his awakening and his travels here. He also comes from. He also knows Lasai and comes from the east. Just like you, he doesn't entirely remember awaking either.
You know, I guess it's probably the worst part, too.
Yeah, I just wish I knew. It does no good for the work, but some days I wish.
Wish that you knew what?
Why?
Why we were made this way?
Why were we made at all?
Right.
And why not more? Hot ones with boobs. And why don't we have penises? The fuck's up with that?
This guy's asking the real questions.
The hard question.
You've seen the other squishies naked. I mean, come on.
Yeah, well, I've always kind of wondered what that thing was for.
You really don't know?
No, I mean, I know now. But, like, you see it for the first time, you look at yourself, and you're going, what the hell's wrong with me?
I mean, it doesn't make sense from an engineering standpoint, I'll be honest,
No.
but
But I've had several people ask me if I've had one.
You ever thought to head back east?
Once in a while.
Same.
You get standing there, late at night, nothing's going on. You're kind of, gearing down for the evening. You just have thoughts. We don't sleep, so that's all we got. Thoughts.
Staring into the fire, it's almost meditative. I get lost.
So it's almost like sleeping for you then, huh?
Closest dreaming as I've ever had. At least on the explanations I've heard.
You know what I do?
What?
Paperwork. Lots of fucking paperwork.
You chose to be a cop.
I know, but you know what? It does have its good points. Meet a lot of people, meet a lot of good people. I also meet a lot of douchebags, but it gives me a chance to, do something about it.
Well, you know what they say about douchebags?
What do they say about douchebags?
They're always fleshy. This continues for a while.
Yeah.
This goes on for some time.
This goes on until, the sun comes up and we're waiting for the boat to come back.
Alright. I'll roll to see you going into the docks. Motherfucker.
Thank you for coming to where the salt meets the water. We hear that muffled through the floorboards. We're trying to sleep.
But you can't. You know what she's saying, but you can't entirely understand. It's like,
I can only imagine if Crucible showed up there, she would start her spiel and he would just be like, yeah, no.
Hail, Rabonia.
Food in bed. I don't need either of those.
Hail, hail, Rabonia, a country I didn't make up.
I make a prayer.
To the gin gods.
I do have to.
Dear Ryan Reynolds.
I do have to pee.
The God, the grace of God, tried
Is there more lime juice over there? This one. Which one is empty?
Did that cooler make its way back? There's some in the cooler.
There's some in the cooler. There.
Nope, this one. Where's the... Where's
We're almost out of lime juice.
I found it. There it is.
Speaking of libations, what's the damage for the room and food?
worry, I found
I told you already.
There's some lime.
What? Yeah, it was a silver for the room and 3 copper for food and 1 copper for any drinks.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
Just rounded up to 2 silver.
You got a lot of drinks.
So we're back.
You guys get back sometime
You
around
just got
3 a.m.
That was a really long trip.
You notice that Crucible isn't there.
Okay.
What?
You notice that Crucible isn't there. Actually, none of the guys are there.
Roll a 13 to tie on to the ducks,
You're fine.
and then I'm going to bed.
I bet you they all got rooms at the inn. I don't know where Crucible is, but he can take care of himself. He was like a murder machine. I'm also going to go to
They'll
bed.
be fine. They'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. Sweet dreams, then.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh yeah, by the way, so your tent is now basically permanent on that ship, your little reading nook. And he, I think last week, turned his stove. Thank you very much. Turned his stove so it kind of aims out towards the entry of the tent as well.
Oh, so it's all nice and warm.
Yeah,
in
so it's
there.
toasty in there as well.
We make a really good team, Duncan. We should have like a team name. I'll think of it while I'm sleeping.
Oh, we're creating sub teams.
You stomped around.
Sorry,
so
I shouldn't
much
say
that
that. I shouldn't say that in character because I'm not there. Are you guys creating sub teams within the right of protection?
No, we all get to be in the same team. It'd be one name for everyone. Like, I don't know, fluffernutters. Like plural, like this, because there's many of us.
Not that one.
Fluffernutters.
I just say that out
I
loud
like
when
it.
I sleep.
I'm not convinced.
All right.
but I'm not going to say no.
You gonna go pee, sir? You got chocolate?
Needed chocolate.
No,
Okay.
I hear a voice saying King Ramrod. It's not the right name.
Baby head.
What you doing?
Watch out for baby. He's gonna.
You want the raisin?
On a rampage.
The raisin? It's good for you.
Kind of like sounds like you're saying reason in your accent.
Raisins are a thing.
They are. It's like a caramel, but it's different.
It's chocolate covered raisins, isn't it?
No.
No.
Raisins are like melted chocolate covered with hard chocolate.
Oh.
They're like chocolate.
There's no raisin in it?
caramels.
No, it's
No.
like chocolate caramel,
Yeah.
Oh,
kind of.
They're not my favorite.
I
Weird.
thought it was reasons like explanations.
No, it's a type of candy.
Do you have a new shirt now?
Yes, because
I like your shirt.
He ate leftovers, the leftover spaghetti.
What are you doing?
Are you finding things to unplug then?
What is he doing?
He just runs away with the HDMI cord.
Okay.
We don't need it.
Okay. Next morning. Everybody long rest.
Long
Long
rest.
rest.
I don't
Oh,
think I
finally.
needed to do anything.
I did. I am wiped out.
I did not.
The boys over here had a long day.
I
yesterday.
literally have full health because I used all my lay on hands, but I
Yeah,
have like, nothing otherwise.
I used all my spell slots basically.
Yeah, I ended up getting healed pretty well. It was just only
You
spells.
fucking got shit on at the beginning of that
Oh,
fight
yeah.
last week. You got shit on. I've never seen one half CR NPCs throw such a beating on one
Well,
character.
on one
before.
character.
2 of them hit and 1 of them crit.
All 3 of them hit, but one of them was a
Yeah.
crit. Yeah,
So where are you going?
they just yelled "Get his Nikes" and started beating you.
So I spent like several coppers on drinks, but I didn't drink
Kinda
them
like he was
all
doing
myself.
the
I
down
was
with
sharing
sickness thing.
people I randomly met.
You're making friends.
Sort of. It's like the
You
whole-
can't keep a secret from me. I'm the GM.
Are
you
you
should probably
doing
tell me
a
what
thing?
happened.
No. I mean, it's more like it's like the whole, the whole Fight Club thing where at the beginning he's like talking to people on the airplane or at a hotel bar or whatever, like single serving friends. That whole concept.
Sure.
You're-
Are you saying that you're a schizophrenic hallucination?
Of Joe.
You're Joe's schizophrenic hallucination, and these guys have just bought into it?
Honestly, I would think if anything, he's the hallucination.
Why?
He seems a lot more.
He
tough
does
and
damage.
composed.
You made an elk show up that nobody can see.
Exactly.
Hey Joe, can we talk to Ori now?
I don't know. Let me see if he's here.
Hi Ori.
Oh, hey, how are you now?
Really good to see you. Where's Ori standing?
It's Joe now.
Okay.
Good night, Lincoln. You sleep well, okay?
Good night there, little
Have
man.
sweet dreams then?
He said gorilla today for the first time.
Because that's a great word.
Gorilla glue.
He identified the gorilla in his animal book.
Nice.
Hey.
And he wanted to say that a lot.
That's a good word.
It is a good word.
It's kind of a hard one.
Yeah.
A little bit too.
He tackles the harder ones. He's less interested. He goes after the harder ones. He's less interested. Like octopus, gorilla, hippopotamus. He tries all those.
Doesn't like cat.
Yeah, he says sage,
Well,
but he doesn't say cat.
they're all sages.
Yeah, they kind of are. Okay.
So I guess we, Ori and his alter ego, or however that's working, head down to the boat.
You're not supposed to embrace that. Oh, I forgot to tweet out tonight.
Oh, actually, so did I. Oh, darn.
Oh, don't you know? Hey, don't let me forget to upload after the stream.
Okay.
'Cause
Hey,
I'm
Mike.
like a week behind.
Mike,
I'm gonna fucking end you. Don't fucking say a word.
I want to tell you you're doing a great job. Laura.
Have a piece of chocolate, Laura?
Mm.
Okay. So, what do we do?
I head back to the boat.
Oh, you still have chocolates in the fridge, by the way, Patrick. Your chocolate peanuts or whatever. They've been in there for like a month.
All right.
Should break those out.
Old one in there.
Yeah. The incoming.
Oh, Kit Kats. Fuck yeah.
Incoming.
Oh, Kit Kat.
Just one, actually. So Kit Kat.
Kit Kat.
Yeah. But I will split it if anybody absolutely wants some.
No, but I may have to go get my chocolate-coated peanuts. Peanuts.
Whoa.
Wow, that really was
Chad
an
has
erotic montage you went through there.
Chad has them.
I've got all of your chocolate-covered penises.
Morning comes. You leave your newfound friend.
Right, it does.
Crucible. You leave your newfound friend.
Oh,
You all just head down to the docks.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, we're not in the same place. You gotta look for us.
Oh.
Yeah, you three roll perception. Actually, everybody roll perception because you would be looking
Sure,
for him.
why not? Have that be a good roll. 17.
I rolled a 2, so I will be climbing the mast and going, Ori! Joe! Crucible!
Or, and
Oh.
hear me out, you're pretending to look
Morning.
for him and reading.
What were we
No,
rolling
I'm
for?
yelling at the dog.
Perception.
Perception.
I'm climbing the
17.
mast.
And by the way, I told Homran that I'll be back to visit him sometime.
Okay.
23.
217.
Anybody over 15,
Okay.
you're able to just figure out what the boat is.
Oh, there's the boat.
There it is.
I don't see them.
Oh, hey, it's Crucible. We meet you as we're walking down there, I assume.
I'm
Should I
standing
keep
there
yelling for
He's
them? I
much
really
farther
don't
away.
see them anywhere.
glistening in the sun.
We might have left earlier.
No,
now.
they found us. They're on their way. You're good.
Okay, I'll go down in the
Crucible
laundry
looks cleaner than he has ever looked in your time seeing him, by the way.
Looking sharp.
I'm glistening in the morning sun.
Oh,
Hey, that's quite impressive there.
it's too bright.
You look quite nice.
Good morning, gentlemen. Ah, fuck me!
All right, so we hop on the boat.
So what did you learn?
Well, the big guy was worth 40. He's probably actually hanging right about now.
Roll perception.
Worth? What do you mean?
He had a bounty.
Yeah,
18 for perception.
We earned a little coin for bringing our dear friend in.
Perception,
So
everybody.
he's wanted then?
18.
He was wanted.
18.
18.
10.
Perception again?
Yeah.
13.
I can get
18?
good rolls on these ones that don't really matter.
10.
18s. Somewhere up on the bridge, you hear a, "Ah!"
Oh, there it goes. Okay.
and you way up, you see hanging off the bridge.
Don't use the bridge as the gallows here. That's quite smart, really.
I wonder if he's dead. I thought people pooped themselves when they died. Oh, there it goes.
There it goes.
It's a little.
Do you want to go for a swim?
An occurrence at First Stone Bridge.
I remember what happened last time we went first swim. Not doing it again here.
Yeah, they probably just they just cut them loose when they're done.
Yep.
Okay. What is it? 40 gold, Crucible.
Yeah.
But you guys can split it up. I've got enough still from that. When the whole town gave me money, basically.
Oh, that's very expansive of you there.
It's okay.
it's
Don't
free.
feel right taking money for that.
It's not expensive at all.
I said expansive.
Man died.
It will exactly give back the loan that Idolin left with.
I didn't help capture him at all, so you guys can split it and I will just take the bag. Thank you.
It's his bag. You can't take his bag.
It came in the purse from
No,
the...
he pulled out of
the purse and handed
a
you the
gold
coin.
Oh, I
purse.
thought he gave you the purse. Well,
No.
never.
You
I'll
keep her
still
share
take
and
your
take the bag.
If you ever want to give it to me because, like, you know, a show of friendship or whatever, I will still take
See,
the bag.
you guys didn't trust Idolin, and I feel like somebody's more likely to steal something on this particular group.
I'm just
Then
reading
Idolin?
my book.
Only
Don't-
bags
She
and
stole
bag
something every time she
accessories.
moved.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, I guess we just split it.
Listen, it's a
you
character
want
flaw. Okay?
I suppose I'll take some. I don't feel good about it though. But I'll take it. Got to keep the boat up.
I mean, no good to obsess over money, but it's nice to have for necessities.
Someone will probably have to buy me breakfast at some point in time.
Aye.
You guys have rations.
We do. All right.
Any reason we need to stay around here?
Nope. I think we're
Should
good.
we head back then?
Maybe we can set sail.
Oh, do you want to... also, the information you learned about potentially Idolin. If you wanted to share that. I don't know if you remembered it or not.
Oh, he remembered.
Oh, we've all got it. I think the people who matter know about it. No, I mean, if we share it with him, he's just going to say, well, you know, give her another chance.
Duncan's already feeling bad about the one guy getting executed. I don't know if I want to.
Right.
We can see the sheep
Charles
there.
Brunswick.
Charles Brunswick.
I mean, I don't know.
I didn't care.
It's on our screen.
Sorry.
You was in the wrong screen?
I can't fucking stop doing it, so...
It's okay.
We can just shut off the TV.
Everybody fuck yourselves. That's how that works.
Hello, Charles Brunswick.
I'm reading my book. I don't know.
Bowling
anything.
Spectacular.
Is that a real person?
I don't know. Brunswick Bowling is...
Brunswick is a bowling and billiards company to make,
Bowling and billiard things?
yeah, those things.
And I remember that from watching bowling on TV every Sunday when I was a kid.
Life sucked for you.
We had 3 channels when we were growing up.
We had that or Davy and Goliath.
Well, I don't know about that, Crucible.
God, that was a horrible show.
Terrible.
So, Duncan, we ready to sail?
That's what I'm asking you. Anything else we need in town?
I think
Are we good to go?
I think we're all good.
Oh, maybe
Alright.
we should get a replacement rope.
It's not a bad
It's just
idea.
Ori threw out his. We still got ours.
Oh, it's his. All right.
Alright then. So we're going to shove off then?
Or do you want to go and get some?
It's fine. I don't need the rope.
11.
It takes you a minute to get out of there. Again, it's dawn at First Stone, and there's a shitload of boats that are trying to get out of there.
Yep, everyone
Are we
with
like
nine.
up against them?
Huh?
Are we like? Do we back into someone?
No.
Because I want to roll athletics to push them.
Go for it.
Okay. Oh, they're on the other side of the freaking river now because I rolled the 20s. That's 26.
That's not how that works, but you do a great job stopping the boat from running into the other boat. What are you reading there?
There's my nat 20.
Bagby.
Right.
Smut.
Nothing.
Smut.
Kinda gave it to me before I left.
No, he didn't. You didn't see Coinda before you
No,
left.
he sent it with a messenger. Go with it.
Yes, and.
All right.
No but.
I have removed my hempen rope from my inventory.
You're the one that threw it in the water.
1, I was just doing the bit. 2, I thought it was one that was just on the boat.
Oh, so it's fine just to throw my rope away then?
I mean, you're kind of doing it with your whole never closing the deal thing.
Oh, I see what you did there. It was some kind of, I don't know, like your penis is a rope or something?
Something
This
like
guy's penis is a rope.
that. You'll do just fine there.
Alright, we head back up river then. But as we come to the Farkin, where it goes south through the forest again, I ask one more time. Do we want to take down into the forest this time? Or do we want to go up through the rapids again and do all that?
I can cast silence around us again while we're going through the forest so the trees don't sing to us anymore.
I kind of vote rapids.
Everyone's so cautious
This
here.
time, if we find a wrecked boat, we leave it.
It'll still be there. I'm sure.
Well, yeah. Apparently, it's bolted to the rock, is what Idolin said.
Well, let's just walk through that scenario here. Let's say we do get to the part of the forest we want to go. There's no dock. We maybe moor up the boat somewhere and just leave it there for,
Aye.
and maybe we find our way back to it again. Maybe we come back and the boat's gone because something moved, or maybe we come back and the boat's gone because it was stolen. We would have no way of knowing because we're in an enchanted forest.
I see what you're trying to do there, and obviously, the Destiny, I love it as a boat, but we're also heroes. We got jobs to do. So it's the wrong tactic with me, but I appreciate what you're trying to do.
Wasn't really a tactic. It was more of a concern. But yeah.
I think it'll be faster to go the rapids way.
Fine.
Is there a safe place after the rapids that we
Yeah.
can dock the boat?
Mm-hmm.
Then I think that is the best way to go as well.
Hey, Nora, right?
Yes.
All right, 19 for my first roll.
Do you want us assisting again?
To get through the rapids?
Aye.
Yep, same positions.
Let's do it again.
What was that?
They have a
strength?
thing
We were
they're doing
rolling
already.
Strength.
Athletics.
I'm just
Athletics,
reading my
thank you.
book.
If you would like to help, yeah, I doubt you would be just reading your book.
I've gotten used to it.
You're going upriver in Whitewater.
15.
I'm very zen.
15 athletics.
15 for both of us.
Okay.
10 perception.
19 for the survival roll.
Okay. You guys are fine. Yeah, you make it through the first one. Okay, again. Remember, there's 3.
15 again.
Doing well.
Not so well. 4.
23.
18.
You're fine.
Last one. Here we go.
This is a shared DC. I put a DC at like 50 and then make everybody roll. Different jobs.
21.
13.
24.
2.
Sorry.
Barely. I mean, glad we did good.
There's some people that did real well, and then there was Patrick.
He's having trouble holding on to the oar now that
'Cause
he's
of the
all
oil.
slicked up.
Yeah.
So you guys are going, you're back through and you're going through the collections of larger rocks. Roll perception.
Everyone? Or
Yes, please.
7.
Nope.
18.
1.
Also 18.
Which is a 5, I guess.
7.
Deal.
7 for me.
I guess not the 1 for some reason. Not the 7 probably. Anybody's over 10. So as you're passing the gondola, you see 2 guys in a fishing boat trying to like pull it off the rock. And they give you like weird looks as you pass and like try to duck down.
Okay, I guess I didn't notice it.
Oh, hey, how are you there?
Nobody here.
Nothing to see here.
Okay, you have fun with that.
Heading back to the river.
I'm gonna regret this.
What?
I'm gonna check the weather.
What does Druid TV have for him?
So do you have to roll for anything, or does it just tell you?
It just
does
tells
it.
me. Like it. I'll go over what it tells me real quick.
It's like prestidigitation. It just tells.
You're like prestidigitation.
Thank you.
It's supposed to create instantaneous, harmless sensory effects such as falling leaves, puff of wind, and the sound of small animal. Oh wait, no, that's not it. Oh, harmless. Predicts what the weather will be at your location for the next 24 hours.
Your exact location. Okay.
It says your location.
So right there and then,
Yeah, it's right
at
there.
that moment,
Hi, and welcome back to the Weathercast. It is Rainy Summers here talking to you. What we have is a clear but warm breeze coming out of the northwest. That's right, people. We got the seaside air hitting the entire plains. It'll be great. What we're most interested in here is the slight overhead clouds, so there will be some sun. I would do some sunscreen. And back to Bill with sports.
Why'd you turn it off?
I'm the only one who can see it. The rest of you just see me staring at this glowing orb, like looking in horror. What direction do you say on the warm wind? Okay, so supposed to get a nice warm breeze out of the northwest.
Nope, perfect.
Seaside, light cloud cover, wear sunscreen, whatever that is.
And you say, now back to sports? I don't know what that last part was.
Now back to sports.
I'll make a good time.
Huh?
I was just imagining that was our boat.
I was counting how long it's going to take you to get there.
Okay.
So you don't really run into anything else the rest of the day. Roll. Unless you fuck this up, I guess.
Just the way I've been rolling. You just don't know. $16.
You're fine. It's slow going because you're going down. You're going upriver. But you don't run into too many more problems. And you remember this stretch of the river being fairly smooth. Thanks to the nice wind coming in a favorable direction, you actually do have a bit of a breeze to sail on. And so you're doing at a decent kick for going upriver. Takes you another 8 hours, however. That puts you... So about 5 p.m., you can finally see Aonora, the next bridge. Next major bridge. Where you had planned to leave the Destiny and head inland.
Aye.
Can you point out where that's on the map again?
Right here. This
Oh,
is
it's
Aonora.
17?
Yep.
Yep, right in there.
Where's the city?
It's
Six.
it's a small town attached to it.
I mean, the bigger city.
Arnis.
That's 6. Okay.
Right here.
Right in there. Right.
Got it.
I don't know what I've been doing that make my knuckles so poppy tonight, but
Right. How's it's getting dark. How's Aonora looking?
Aonora is a much smaller village. It's not built on the bridge like Firstone is. It's off to the... It would be technically the southern bank. A little bit of grassland leading up to the forest, but you can see the forest away from it. It's a small, elven-style hut village. A few long houses, and then since then some human-style cabins built up next to it.
Okay.
Now the elven-style longhouses, they are old, but you can't tell they keep. They're just the way they're built.
Yeah.
There's a decent little dock here, though. Nowhere near as big as Firstone, but maybe bigger than you would have assumed, considering you didn't see anybody coming down the river.
Right. I think at one time there was more people here, but at this time there's fewer people here.
Do the docks appear to be of human construction or elven construction?
They're human. They've been fairly upkept.
$11 to dock us.
I don't like that. That's the bandit background.
There was a small sample size,
Yeah.
but our elf
Yeah.
stoners. No.
Getting flashbacks.
11 to Doc.
Aye.
You do fine. Little bit of a bump, but yeah, it's whatever.
All right, I tie her down real good.
You're
Is there anyone
immediately
watching the dock?
you're immediately met by a local that comes up. There are some fisher boats attached. I mean, this is at the mouth of a very large lake, so you've been to that lake actually.
Have.
You and you have somebody hail you almost immediately. Travelers.
Hello there.
You see a half-elf man, stout person, for a half-elf anyway, and rugged clothes. Clearly, spent the entire day working, in some manner. Can I help tie you off?
Oh, I think we did fine there. Do you have a docksman here that watches the place?
No, not really. We do. The old man Lithafor, he's just up there in that shack. You see a small shack at the end of the dock. Don't worry. He's a nosy old man. He'll have his eyes out the window all night.
You think you'd like a fee then?
He'll take a small patronage. We all try to pitch in.
Right. I think I'll take a quick look up there then. Say hi to him.
He's grumpy. Forewarning.
Doesn't bother me any.
As he passes you, he looks back at the rest of the group. What brings strangers? We don't have many.
I'm in my tent.
Yeah.
I'm off to see the old man. So what do you guys
The
think?
wonderful old man at the dock.
Yes.
What was our contact's name? Sebastian?
You mean the contact that we're looking for in this forest thingy?
Yeah, he's in Arnhem.
He's in Arnhem.
He's in Arnhem.
His name is Brunswick.
Okay.
Brunswick.
Yeah, we're suddenly I just remembered. We're heading into
from the tent. Brunswick.
we're actually heading to Arnis. We're looking for somebody.
Oh, well, you'll not make it yet today.
No, we figured we'd try to find
Actually, I
somebody.
don't think they'll make it for another couple days. You might be stuck here.
Why's that?
The forest is acting up. They're having to do armed transport. It happens from time to time. Don't worry.
I'm not from around here. How bad is it?
Well, the forest occasionally... Do you know much of the Elderwood, stranger?
I say some in Elvish.
He starts speaking Elvish. Do you all understand?
I think just me and him. Common's probably better.
We don't understand.
Yeah, it's annoying when people speak in a language you don't understand.
Fair point.
And then I say a really mean curse word in Goblin.
You hear a really mean curse word in Goblin Crucible.
Yeah.
I have been through,
To be fair, I did say it's probably better to speak Common.
Whoa! Whoa!
I will say.
Settle down there.
I'm in my tent.
I will say.
Settle down there.
Okay.
For the fourth try, give it a shot.
I will
Settle
say.
down there.
Okay, I'm done.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, really. Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead. No, please. Please. We want to hear
I'm not. I'm not doing this bit anymore.
Neither am I.
Go!
I'm done. I'm done.
I would say in Elvish
Sorry.
that I have been through the Elderwood, but it has been quite some time.
Back in Elvish. Hi, friend. I live here and I do my best not to go that way. I'm sorry. I'm being rude. My name is Renai, by the way.
I'm Joe.
Oh, hey there, Renai. I'm Ori, and this here is Crucible, and this here is Duncan.
He's not there.
That was Duncan.
I'm walking up to
So
He's
the,
at the
so
old
the
That
lives
was
of the old
Duncan.
man.
Oh, he's not there anymore.
Are you here for the fishing? This boat seems used to it.
Duncan's a fisherman. Like I said, we're actually looking for somebody in harness.
I can't stop you from your journeys, but I would caution you against it. Like I
No,
said, the forest is being ornery these
We
days.
appreciate the warning.
We were, I for one agreed to go on this journey. Sorry. I for one agreed to go on this journey with some degree of
You
trepidation.
British?
Are you saying this is like an Elvish?
I sound different in Elvish.
Sure. Okay.
I agreed to go on this journey with some degree of trepidation myself. I know the
You got a weird
dangers
accent.
He learned words in Elvish. He became less stoned all of a sudden.
That could make sense though.
Common
Better
is a
vocabulary
second
in one
language.
language. Yeah.
That's true.
I know the dangers are mercurial and hard to track.
I didn't get that last word. I don't know that one.
Well, friends, I bid you good. The inn I know is open and serving.
Could you point us in the direction?
It's impossible to
Oh, it's
miss.
small. Like, we'll see
It's
it.
impossible to miss. Look for the moose's head. It's the lodge in town.
I'm good.
It's both the name and there's literally a giant moose's head.
As was
Keep it simple.
custom. Yeah. Back before literacy, that
Yeah.
was how places got their names.
Yep. It's almost as if I did research. The
Almost as if I know
Shut up,
things.
Mike. Stop taking credit for building a world.
Where are we right now?
Okay, cut two.
We are in Nora.
E, comma E.
Sounds like a British person talking to someone named Honora.
Hey, Nora!
Hey, Honora.
Hey! Nora! Oi!
Boy, Honora.
Oi, Nora!
So what are you doing with the
Cut two.
shanty guy?
What?
Hello there. Can I come in then?
Door opens, there's a chain. What do you want?
I hear you're the Ducksman here.
Aye.
Just want to let you know that I've tied off the boat there. Thought maybe pull out the gold piece. Thought maybe I'll probably want.
1 second. Ah, brother!
I'm Duncan.
Aye, and I'm Steve. I'm James.
It's nice to meet you, James. Looks like you've been here for quite a long time then.
Aye. Take a step in. A step. It's a one-room shack.
Ooh,
Little fire stove.
it's quite nice and warm in there, isn't it?
Aye. Shut the door. What are you born in a barn?
Sorry then. Thought I should probably give you your dock fee.
Oh, thank you very much. How long do you plan on staying?
To be honest with you, I'm not quite sure.
Well, the gold buys you 2 weeks.
Well, that should be fine then. We should be back way before then. Could you keep an eye on her? She's quite important to me.
What are you doing here? Fishing?
Oh no, we're heroes.
Oh, God.
We're here to do hero things.
Heroes, yeah.
No, we are. Don't worry though, because we're here to stop any bad things that are going to happen to it, to you and to everyone else. But if you could watch the destiny for me, I'd quite appreciate it.
No, don't touch your boat. I promise.
Thank you very much. So, what's your name then?
James.
James.
Doug.
You don't seem very convinced that your name is Doug or James.
And you were going.
Right then. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I bet it was.
Sure you don't want to talk some more? But you have some great stories about it. James' dog is quite nice. It's been here
not
quite a
his
long time. I suppose he's got lots of great stories, but he won't tell them to me. Maybe when we come back, we could have dinner with him or something.
Are you saying
Bring
this
him
yourself?
something nice.
Who's he talking to?
I'm yelling at you guys down there.
I guess we're still at the boat.
Is he yelling at us?
I think so.
I'm a little confused.
Aye, well, perhaps we should unload your boat. Wouldn't worry about anyone in town, but visitors from Arnis get a little handsy.
Is Duncan back yet?
He can be walking up now.
Duncan, you got anything we need to take with us from the boat?
No.
That's brave of you, stranger. As much as Phil, his name is Philip.
James Dugfield. Very good.
No, whatever.
I'm sure his real name is Fancy.
Fancy James Dugfield? Or Dave. Wait.
That fancy let.
Fancy's his last
let,
name then?
His mom down.
But yeah, he lives in a one-room rundown shack on the outskirts of Honora.
No. It's quite fine. I don't have anything of real value in there.
Your fishing equipment, your ropes, your masting.
Just lock it in there. Lock it in the wheelhouse. We're good.
All right. If you all feel ready.
Besides, Phil's watching it for me.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll do a great job of that too.
Take the key.
I have a great deal of trust in him.
Oh wait.
Well, maybe I'll
Why
see.
isn't this working?
Maybe I'll see you all at the Moose later. I've got some more work on my boat to do.
Oh, there's a place called the Moose.
The Moose's Head. We're gonna head there now. If you're
What was his
ready.
name? Rhines?
No,
forgot.
that's not correct.
There's an
Orville?
R word. There's an R word and there's an I. It sounded like
Rhinus? That
there's
might be
an
it.
I in it or something. I don't know.
Ogilvy?
Yeah.
I don't know. Ryanus, sure. It's Ryanus now. Did you take a note of it? What his
No.
name was? Okay. All right.
No, I did not make a note of it.
Miss? What do you do?
I kind of
Just come with us. If anybody's got a problem, fuck them.
I was gonna
Is that in character or out of character?
I was gonna in.
I was in character.
I was gonna in character.
You totally
You
abandoned your voice,
right.
by the way.
I remember it sometimes.
Hey, bag me.
So,
Bag me. Hey! Bag me.
he's like trying to get me to say something now. I don't want
Bagby?
Hey, bag me.
I think you should just come with us then and not worry about it because you're our friend. And if anyone gives you trouble, then we'll say, she's our friend and you can stop it right now. And then they'll listen to us because they're very large over there.
I mean, we kind of stick out in general.
Oh, a bit. And beyond that, gonna throw this out there. We're not in the forest yet, but as we get closer to the Feywilds, we should become accustomed to sticking together.
Well, I didn't want to stay behind, but I didn't exactly want that guy to see me because, you know, goblins are not like normal up here.
Well,
If you do your pretending to not speak common trick, is that good enough probably for them to not get pissed at you?
I don't know. I don't know how they will react to me.
I wouldn't expect any more animosity for you than there would be for Crucible. Or his kind are not a
Right.
common sight around here.
Or for me, Genosi never
Oh, yeah,
call me
he's
either.
blue.
That's, yeah. I mean,
Dabu dee dabu die.
we're all.
What language was that?
He's casting a
Believe
spell.
that.
Idiot. It was idiot.
I believe that was primordial. Possibly Loxodon. I don't know.
All right, racist.
I like that you picked that as a language, and we will never.
We will never
Never
use
come
Loxodon.
There technically are Luxodon somewhere.
Are there?
I will
Okay.
I'll grab one of the sides of my tent and I will wrap it around like it's a cloak and I will tie it and I'll just put a little hood up over.
A hood? Okay.
Make a
Now
mix.
you can spin if you're a halfling if you want.
Right.
A very, very small one.
I'm a little
there's little
halfling
ones.
now, and you can't understand. I
don't-
speak the halfling.
They don't really dance either.
I'm not dancing. I'm just making a pose that is very
All right.
halfling-like.
Quick voice acting challenge. Do a halfling. Do a goblin's impression of a halfling voice.
She was literally just doing it.
Doing it, yeah.
I am a very.
I thought that was pretty good. I don't know.
Okay. That was.
So that's what you were doing then? Okay.
I was thinking more like the heavy Irish stereotype on it, but that being realistic about it, that was good.
I'm getting the potatoes from the. It sounds too much like Duncan. It's not right. I don't like it.
I've never had a second breakfast. I've heard of them. I've never had one. Perhaps we should try one today.
It's
Oh,
getting close to sundown. I don't know.
Tomorrow morning, then.
All right, well, let's head there. Duncan, you probably didn't hear this, but apparently there's some trouble in the woods.
Of course there is.
So, I mean, that guy told us it's probably a good idea to wait a couple days. I don't know if we're going to do that or not. I'm just passing the info on.
Apparently, anybody going into the forest is going by armed caravans, and the caravan isn't in town. It's not back yet.
But we're armed,
We are armed.
and there's 5 of us.
So we've got 10 arms.
Aye. And I know I keep
I think-
pointing this out to y'all, but we're heroes.
I agree. I think we should find out when the caravan's expected to be back. If it's back tomorrow, we can wait. If it's back in 2 weeks, we should go.
That was a kindly shut the fuck up right there. That's what that was.
Well,
Well,
Who the Moses head
I didn't
then?
take the hint.
No, I think you gave it. I don't.
Oh, me? Oh, I didn't mean that. As a shut the fuck up. I just meant we should start walking and not just standing like a bunch of goobers by the boat.
I imagine that we are walking and talking at the same
Okay.
time.
yeah, this is our conversation on the way to the Moosehead.
There's not many buildings in town. A few individual, what could be considered family homes or shops. There's one general goods trade store, one butcher, and which seems to mostly deal in fish and fishing goods.
Does the Moosehead brew its own lager?
We don't know. We're
And
not
we
in
don't
there
know.
yet.
And a longhouse with a big ass moose head nailed on the front of the fucking building.
I wonder if they have bacon. I'd like some bacon with my second breakfast tomorrow.
Open the door.
Okay. Do you all go in?
Aye.
Walking in, there's a. It's fairly dark, small murmur of chatter. There's not music or anything being played. Pretty dark in here. Not a lot of windows, but candlelight glowing throughout. Low ceilings.
What are you hiding?
Probably between
You just thought it was a fashion statement.
6'4" and 6.5 feet. So you might have to slouch throughout Crucible.
Take my helmet off. So it doesn't scrape.
This is made of mud, wood, and thatch, whatever is required. Unlike the elven longhouses, this one is more recent and definitely human make or model, anyway.
Well, let's go get some food.
Walk up to the one bar. See a couple of. There's. You know what? I'll just draw it out. All right. Here's your front door. Okay.
Hey.
You've got tables. That one's a little big, but oh well. Right here is a bar and kitchen. Back here, and you can see a big stove. Back here is a ladder headed up into some sort of second floor. There's no stairs, but there is a ladder. And tables.
Is the round table in the corner, is that taken? The other one? In the back corner?
We'll say no.
Oh, they have a round table in the corner back there. It's my favorite kind of table. Can we go there?
Sure.
You go back, you all sit down. Almost immediately, the middle-aged gentleman behind the bar comes wandering out. Bald guy, short, pure black beard. Walks up. What can I get you?
Hello? I'm
Hi.
Duncan. These are my friends.
Pleasure.
Oh, hey, how are you now?
He says hello in Elven, and then he says hello in Halfling.
What's the
Do
special?
you understand Halfling?
Nope.
Then you wouldn't even know to wave.
I'm just waving anytime anybody says anything in a language I don't understand.
She wait for the Elvish one
I
too.
calmly respond with hello in Elven.
What's the special tonight?
Well, all we have right now is we have the trout from the lake, and that's lightly salted. We don't have a lot of salt.
That works for most of us. You got any vegetables?
You okay with potatoes?
Should be okay.
Fish
Sounds
and
good.
chips will do just fine.
We also have a pheasant.
Ooh. I haven't had pheasant, but maybe 2 times in my whole life. Perhaps you could bring some pheasant and some fish then?
Fair. Enough for all. I'll bring it.
Aye.
Thank you.
Ale?
Aye.
Hey.
Everyone? Everyone?
Indeed.
I'm fine, thanks.
Alright. Goes away. Some people are giving you looks just because they're giving you looks, but
Hello there?
but not too bad, honestly. All in told. And
Have I ever been here?
No.
Okay.
I will be right back. I'm going to go find the little halfling's room.
good luck with that.
I'm not going to find the little halfling.
Okay.
I'm going to stealth, and I want to look around the bar to see if I can find any semblance of what might be like a goblin hole. Since I know that they have tunnels kind of all over the place, I will.
Roll perception.
Yeah. Do you want me to roll stealth first, since
Sure.
I'm sneaking around? That is a 19 for stealth, and a 13 for perception. Warm.
You feel good about the stealth, and you don't see any goblin holes anywhere.
I'm gonna go back to the table.
Back in the day, I don't know if you remember, but you were given some information about how the Elderwood functions as within the goblin realm, but
I don't remember that conversation, so we might have to refresh me later.
okay.
Okay, so we eat and drink, I'm assuming.
Yep, brings you back a full trout for the table and a full pheasant for the table. And then a small pot of roasted, slightly salted, herbed potatoes.
This looks delightful. Thank you so much. Oh, is there a place we might get some rooms for the evening?
I'd be here as well. It's upstairs.
Ooh,
They're not.
there?
It's not the most comfortable accommodations folk like you are probably used to, but
It'll be fine.
it is padded, so
You got 3?
you don't need 5.
Well, at least 3, I guess.
Well, depending on if you're a child or halfling, I can't entirely tell.
It's a
I
child.
don't say
halfling.
anything. I just keep looking
It's
at
a
it.
child
I just
halfling.
grab onto Joe's
Focus.
arm like.
Your son and or daughter. We
More
don't.
like uncle
We don't
than-
charge for the little ones, but it's 2 copper a night.
Flip him a silver.
Thank you.
So I should get all the rooms.
Uh,
What do we owe for the food?
It'll be about a silver for this as well.
Flip him a second silver.
Thank you very much.
Mhm.
And drinks will keep coming. Don't worry.
Thank you very much.
Just ignoring the fact that this child is drinking ale too. There's like,
It's a small town.
He doesn't give a
They don't
shit.
care.
just pointing at your son.
He probably started drinking at the
Drink.
tender age of 5 too.
Drink your medicine now.
A lot of kids at that point did. If the water wasn't trustworthy,
That's
you
true.
drank
Yeah.
beer.
That's
Or-
true.
Yeah. Didn't they in like medieval times make really watered down beer?
It was.
too?
It was
pretty-
effect. Yeah, it was like 2%, 1%.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
not
It was
existent.
safer to drink than water.
Yeah, because it went through the fermentation process, so it actually
Several times.
Yeah.
You do it over and over again.
it's what you drank so that you didn't die.
Yeah.
Although with the freshwater lake, they're probably fine here. The ale's actually okay.
Fish fucking.
The ale's actually okay, and the food, despite being lightly salted, because they don't have a lot of salt, is there's a lot of herbs, fresh herbs and stuff on it. Pretty well prepared.
I gotta say, Duncan, pheasant was a good choice.
These potatoes are delicious.
Trouts fall off the bone, perfectly cooked. Everything's like way above what you would fucking assumed it would be.
You know, this is what you get when someone cares about their work.
Yeah.
It's like one of those places that what do they call it? A hole in the wall?
Is that what they call it then?
Where it's like really good food but very unassuming exterior.
You live in a
I was gonna say, don't you come
That's
from
it.
a hole in the wall?
And Porkham's food is the best!
Speaking of hole in the wall, did you have any luck finding the facilities there, friend?
Nope. I'm just going to have to hold it.
As it gets later and you can tell from outside, there are enough windows, you can tell that the sun's going down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
More-
I forgot to do that with a wink.
More people are moving in, and this place actually kind of fills up, considering what you would assume the size of the town is. They look like hunter and fisher types, the lot of them. Pretty even split men, women. And they all seem fairly excited and less interested in you as it goes on. Roll perception.
Now I roll good. 18.
15.
16.
10.
23.
We won't go through it, but actually, a few of them go so far as to come and introduce themselves, including your Leonis. His names keep changing. I don't know.
Rhinus.
Rhinus, thank you. Rhinus comes in with his wife, wife and introduces him,
Osvaldo.
her as well. Some locals introduce themselves. They all seem very nice.
Hello there. Nice to meet you then.
They're not weird at all about the blue guy or the giant metal guy.
Or the child getting hammered.
They all seem
At
quite
this
nice
point,
here.
I've probably taken my hood off.
some of the older. You've taken your hood off? Okay.
Yeah, but after a couple of ales,
There's a couple of mostly friendly comments about like, oh, goblin. All right, fair enough.
Hello.
I like this village.
We're just your typical run-of-the-mill Dungeons and Dragons party.
How often, how much actual conversation do you have with them? I don't want to role play all of it, but
Probably just to be friendly. I mean, I'm.
do you like where you're from? And,
Oh,
Yeah,
how much?
I'll say I'm from Krasden.
yeah, how much are you giving away?
From Krasden?
Okay.
From Krasden going to Arnis.
Okay.
About it.
Okay. Yeah. Honestly, they're all just happy. There's people coming through town and spending money.
I dispel some goblin stereotypes.
Huh?
I dispel some goblin stereotypes.
I'm sure they have some
We don't
that are
eat
said.
babies. In fact, I'm a vegetarian. We're actually really smart.
So there's some of the older kids in town are even allowed to be here. We're talking like 13, 14 plus age that would probably have a job at that point.
And a family.
Be
People
grandparents.
die young.
What are you looking for?
Well, I'm going to do some tricks for him.
Oh, your
I'm going
prestidigitation?
to use my shape water.
Ale?
I'm going to use,
Shape ale.
use the ale, and I'm going to make little shapes of fish.
The kids
Going
are
around and around.
overjoyed, and the parents are kind of cool about it too. Ah! The other thing that you kind of overhear
Open
with
your mouth! Open your mouth!
You're better than a bard.
You're almost as good as Ernest.
Ernest?
She's a singer. She comes in this time of week. That's
Really?
why we're all here. She's so good.
Is she coming in tonight then?
Yeah.
Well, I love singers.
We don't always know. Sometimes she doesn't. But we get here just in time anyway.
Well, I'll wait for her then.
I order around for the bar.
Oh,
Everyone is
good
so
for
nice.
you.
Yes, and honestly, I want to spend more money here because this is a nice place.
5 silver.
Okay, I'll just give him a gold
Okay.
because I'm running low on silver.
The guy you talked to. Thank you, stranger.
I feel like this is one of those bars where you come in and everybody knows your name.
You're
And
always
sometimes
glad.
There's a
you
mailman
just
at the
want to go
end.
there.
You're pretty much always glad you came here.
Yeah.
Sometimes you wanna go where somebody poops a song.
Yep, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Where you can't see.
We're gonna get
Troubles are all
copyright
the
struck.
same.
All of the troubles are the same.
Where everybody knows your name.
Yeah. Lost the nut.
About
Peanut.
half an hour after sundown, you guys are sitting in the back still having your good time, and a bit of a hush comes over. You want me to wait?
No, you go ahead.
Um,
But I expect you to roleplay the singing.
Hey, Chad, aim for the toilet this time.
yeah, Chad, aim for the toilet. I know it was you.
Wasn't me.
Somebody peed all over the toilet and the bathroom last time we were on set,
At a guy's house.
It was at a house.
Is that
and I had to
Oh,
I had to
shit.
clean it up because I didn't want to leave Mark's bathroom like that. And I basically spent the rest of the shoot trying to figure out who it was. I'm almost certain I know. I did accuse Chad initially, and the evidence didn't go anywhere. I more accused him out of comedy than anything else, but yeah. But as the hush kind of falls over, people get excited, and there's the door opens, and a beautiful elven woman walks in the finest of elven, like, gorgeous robes. A cheer reigns throughout the entire place, instantaneously. This is Ernest, obviously. Jet black, raven hair, bright green eyes. impossible to tell age because flawless facial features. But she makes her way towards the bar, and everyone seems to be shaking her hand and happy she's there. Okay.
I'll just watch for now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
After some yeses and no, after some thank yous and highs and pleasantries, and getting a big pint of ale from the, she takes a few swigs and she starts singing, and it's fuck off, right? It's like what's a good way to say this? What's the lady from Frozen?
Which one?
Adina Menzel.
Adina Menzel. Thank you. I couldn't remember how to pronounce her name. Adina Menzel, because I always do the shitty pronunciation.
Okay, so
The John
John
Travolta.
Travolta.
Yeah, John Travolta. I always do that as a joke. Adina, it's like you're at an Adina Menzel concert for 40 people or whatever. She's incredible. And everyone seems totally entranced. Nobody's talking. Nobody's eating. Some people are dancing, but that's about it. And the songs go between upbeat or haunting, romantic, incredibly sad. And it goes for 45 minutes to an hour, and it passes effortlessly to everybody. All of you included. And then she just simply says, "Thank you, everybody. I'll see you next week." And she gets down off of this small step stool she was standing on so everyone could see her, and starts making her way towards the door.
Why is she here? She's so good. She should be in the capital singing. Why is she
I
in
get
this
up and go
tiny
over to the
little
door.
fishing town?
I head over to her.
There's a bunch of people saying goodbyes and shaking her hand, hugging her. She's being incredibly nice to everybody. What do you say?
When she gets a second from everyone else, I say, "Your singing's incredible. Would you like to come have a drink with me and my friends over there?"
Oh, I don't want to impose on anybody. Plus,
No imposition.
I stroll up there. Hello, I'm Duncan. This is Joe. He's being weird, but he's got a girlfriend, so he's not doing that to you. Come have a drink with us, would you?
both of you roll perception.
You're being weird. Oh, shit. 9.
Also 9.
She hesitates for a second and appears to look around a little bit, and she goes, "Okay, I can stay for a little."
Right.
She moves towards you. And everyone gets really excited that she's staying. And instantly, a dude who was not playing music before, is like, "I'll play music now," and a few people are like, all of a sudden, there's an accordion out of nowhere, and it's not the accordion, the little one. What's the little one? Phil.
The cat's.
Right.
It's a C.
They just called the squeeze box where I'm from.
Oh.
Costella?
Too
The
bad
little
there's
one.
not the place.
Yeah.
with a lot
You
of
can
information
basically
at
put it in a satchel or
Like a
something.
It's the
Maybe
one that
accordion.
monkeys use.
Yeah, and there's only like 3 notes on it basically. But yeah,
Concertina.
concertina. Thank you. There's a concertina. There's a fiddle, and this place, because everyone's in an incredible mood now, turns into a fucking party. This whole place turns into a goddamn rave.
Okay.
No, they're just over the moon, and people are playing music now, and everyone's ordering food and ordering drinks, and it's getting lit AF. You're new to the village, yes?
Aye.
My name is Airness. It's a pleasure.
No, it was our pleasure. Your voice is beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
What are you here for? You should be performing in great halls or something.
Oh, I don't know about all that, but I don't know. I'm from here. I don't really want to go anywhere else.
And you perform here, just here? Do you go other places and perform too?
If it was up to my parents, I wouldn't perform at all, but no, just here.
Aye, parents.
I tried Arnis. They're rough for a lot. There's
Right.
only so many times you can get a fully drunken trapper making moves as you're trying to sing a sonata of the elven culture before you're totally done.
You are preaching to the choir, girlfriend. I completely understand. Like, there were times at my monastery where I would land like a really good right hook, and then one of the dudes was like, "Oh my god, you're so hot when you do that." It's really annoying.
You're a fully grown adult, aren't you?
I am. I'm 9.
Is that an adult?
That's an adult.
Okay.
Yes. We die when we're like 20.
Oh,
Goblin years are different.
baby. I was in diapers till I was 7.
She's like a full elf, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would have been.
Why do you look familiar?
I'm not really sure. So Ori would have been like melancholy, kind of
you
like
know each other?
melancholy
Blew
during.
that up.
He would have been kind of melancholy during
I don't know,
the
fuck you.
performance and up until like she was leaving. But once he saw that they insisted on bringing her to the table, he's like trying to act social.
Right, okay.
Um,
Jen, that is why I tried to get her to go over.
familiar.
Joe's got a girl.
Maybe you know each other.
Joe's
His name is
girlfriend's a
Ori.
felon, but
No, I
Is
just
she?
wanted you to know that you were being weird
oh
there.
yes,
She's a felon?
And that kind of weird.
he got the winky face note from.
That's
No, I...
Joe's.
Joe's
Oh,
girlfriend.
Joe's girlfriend.
Joe's girlfriend
Sorry.
will kick your ass. Whoever you are.
she must break you.
It's fair.
Anyway,
My name's Ori Twinkletts. I'm sorry if we.
Twinkletts. Right.
Oh, I just got it.
no. Well, based on that reaction, I'm sorry.
No, it's not that. He's relation to. I'm not gonna say out loud.
He's my dad.
You poor son of a bitch.
I like her.
Another round for my friends.
It's okay. I mean, it's
the barkeep comes up. I don't know what you did to make her stay, but you guys are allowed here anytime.
that's quite sweet of him then.
it's very nice of you to say. It's not so. It wasn't so bad growing up. I mostly grew up with my ma, but now I
You know, I did hear a rumor about that. Sorry, the purebloods talk a lot, too much.
Yep.
You seem well adjusted, though.
Yeah.
I do my best. What's that?
We're just, instead of saying anything, we're all just
This is better than cable. So you're from Krasden, yeah?
Aye.
Did we say that to her?
Hmm?
Did we say that to her? Mm-mm. How'd you know that?
Have we saved so many people though?
This entire bar was talking about you before I even walked in.
Most recently, Krasden, yeah.
I mean, half the town's sitting in here. The only people that aren't here are the elderly and the small ones.
Fair
What's
enough.
the name of the town we're going to?
Arnis. It's really similar to her name, so don't get them confused, because her name is Ernest,
Ernest
but the
and
place
Arnis.
we're going is Arnis,
Right.
and
right.
it's very, very similar.
It's almost as if the elves named fucking everything around here.
So, Ernest, then, could you tell us something about it? You seem to have been there quite often.
Den of thieves and bastards.
Would you say thieves? Thieves, tramps, and thieves?
Similar, I guess.
Do you know a guy named Brunswick?
Brunswick. Wait, the shopkeep, yeah.
Big scar over left eye, big stout half elf.
Chucky. Yeah, he goes by Chucky.
Not of that.
He doesn't use his name much. You can only tell from the sign. But
There's
yeah,
there's like a doll with a knife outside his shop.
he's nice. He's one of the okay ones. Him, Billy, Theoden. There's a handful that are okay, but not enough.
Where are you from?
I live farther in the forest. We've been here a while. My people, I mean.
You spent your time living in the Feywilds proper?
The forest doesn't... The forest only attacks, but it doesn't see as normal. It's too used to us.
So, the forest is used to you then?
And
you'd be normal to it?
Yeah.
So where are you headed next?
I know what you're thinking, and no. I'm not going anywhere near Arnis. Need to go home. In fact, soon, if I can tell by... She starts to look out the try to look out the window. Sooner rather than later.
Hey. It would be nice to have a knowledgeable guide, but I understand if...
You'll be fine on the road. They're doing the guarded paths now. The road rangers here, they're old salts. They'll be fine. Just stay on the road. I know you're Norman's kid, but
Oh, well, I certainly know that much.
but still,
Stay on the
I
road.
would stay on the road.
Yeah.
The old paths are hard to see for people that are from here, and specifically us. Sorry, I don't mean anything. I know you're half and whatever, but I don't mean anything by it. Just, it's hard to see.
I would have some tribulations about this, regardless of who I was or who we were. It's always a gambit.
Why are you heading to Arnis?
I don't understand anything he's saying because I don't speak Elvish, and he's clearly speaking Elvish. because
The
he
shop,
sounds
the guy comes back over with another trout and a bunch of potatoes on the house.
Potatoes.
On the house.
Thank you.
Lovely.
Oofta, I'm gonna pop.
They're sliced herbs, little bit of homegrown butter.
Do you like a rodent? He just like disappears.
Ooh,
I would
may
like...
I?
Please? Are you sure you don't want to join us then?
I can't.
Now that
I still live at home.
since she is asking,
My parents would kill me.
since she's prying about our quest a little bit, I would like to kind of try and get some insight as to what her angle could be.
Roll insight. But. Or be my son. Crack!
Gorilla.
16.
Cracks at me. He quacks at me now. He goes, "Bah!" Why? Why are
Establishing
we?
dominance.
Stop it! Stop what you're doing.
Yeah, that was a 16.
16. She's legitimately curious as to why you're here. Way more after the fact that she figured out you were Normanol's kid. And why is a goblin here as well? She seemed interested in all of you individually. She's just very piqued. She did divulge earlier that the elves kind of gossip, but...
Well,
So that could be the reason behind it, but you don't know any reasoning.
truth be told, we have a bit of a task at our charge, and my Norman all people seem to think that we'd be able to find something of use here, and that Chucky would be able to help us.
You know better than to listen to your da.
I know that it's like, excuse my language here, about 98% bullshit, and then the other 1.5 is completely confounded. No way you're gonna know what he's talking about. But there's like a sliver in there, and I have a feeling something in the old gut there is telling me that this is that one in so many.
Well, there's
1 in 200.
There's a reason even the elders in my village go and talk to him occasionally. But
There's that nougat in there sometimes.
it does feel like talking to a riddle that keeps changing the punchline. But
He told me I was going to die.
right? He says shit.
Is that the first time we've heard that? Or did you tell us all that?
No, I don't think she's
That
ever
was-
said that to all of you before.
I'm sorry, what now?
Right, I forgot to tell you, your dad turned into a mole and he came down into Krasden and he talked to me and he told me that some guy was going to kill me, but that I shouldn't worry because I'd be okay.
She's got a fork fork full of trout, and she's just like, yeah, I don't know.
That's weird that he went to Krasden, the human town where you live.
Oh, she's cool. Everyone knows goblins live, like, not in the town. We live under the town. We just call it Kraz. That's where we live. In the tunnels. Under the town.
She leans in kind of close. Is there like a bigger town?
No.
My dad talks about it occasionally.
Who's your dad?
Who's your dad?
I don't know.
She breaks down crying.
Honestly, we have like, okay, so in goblin culture, we have like litters, and a lot of us are born all at one time, and then we're kind of raised in family units, so we don't really have the whole like mom and dad culture.
Oh. My parents had 2 kids.
Yeah, I have like
200
19.
plus years ago.
I have 19
Yeah, that sounds about
siblings.
right.
They live in like summer, winter, and fall brothers and sisters. I have probably over 20.
Do you remember all their names?
I don't. That's why we call them like summer brother 1.
I blinked and you were born. And it's today.
That is crazy. Anyway, who's your dad?
You see, message for everybody lean in. Tayanel, don't say that out loud. Tayanel.
And what's your mom's
I look at
name?
Ori.
Hmm?
That's someone you know?
Do I know?
You may roll.
There's no culture.
What's to memory? To
History?
remember history. Roll history.
History.
I always forget history is like a catch-all for stuff. History should be used way more in this moment.
Aye.
My memory is about the way it always has been. Apparently, that's an 8.
No, you don't remember any.
I look at her and I'm like, who? So who's that?
He's old. We'll just say that.
Oh,
Is he like the king?
But anyway, he might have heard of you or stuff. I don't know.
Is your mom's name Genevieve?
Oh.
Okay, just checking.
She's 200 years old.
We don't know much about Genevieve, only that we
That's fair,
shouldn't run
yeah.
into her. And if her
could've been an elf, yeah.
We don't know.
I don't think that's an elven name.
That's a very valid point. I haven't come across many elves, so I don't know a lot about your naming cultures.
That's fair.
My name is Bagby.
I like the way you carry your ears, though.
Thank you.
Have you thought about piercings?
I have piercings.
I mean, more. She's got like.
That would be so cool. What if I got like... Well, that would be really hard with fighting, but I think it would be really cool to have like a piercing up here.
Oh my
and
God,
then
have you
I
thought of-
attach it to my nose and it's like changed.
Old gods, have you thought about the total casing? Have you seen these? My
No.
cousin did it. It's incredible.
I think we just became best friends.
for your whole lifetime, yes.
Don't remind me about like all of your friends dying, Ori. That
was
so
out of character.
sad.
That was out of character.
Whatever, I'm going with it.
Are you guys
Said it
still drinking,
normally.
by the way?
Yep.
Because the night might be taking a southern route here in a second.
I feel like I've been drinking, but not like hammering them down.
Let's roll Constitution. I'll put you at a reasonable check, everybody.
I stopped after 2 because
18.
I don't drink.
You're
very much.
tiny. Roll.
12.
Fuck me.
You wouldn't know it, but Ori's been throwing them back, apparently.
He was sad earlier. He kind of lost track during this conversation too.
The songs were real sad. I mean, it's some of the songs were actually fully in Old Elvish. Like she didn't sing all of them in common. Like you might have had full like childhood flashbacks while she was fucking singing and stuff. What was it?
18.
12.
18.
19.
I mean, you're not drinking.
Exactly.
And what was yours, sir?
Doesn't matter. It was a natural 1.
You're a little litty, but you're okay.
Are you at the press?
You're fine as well. You three are fine.
Are you depressed drunk? Is that
Are you
why
having a
smoking
good time,
instead?
Crucible, even though you're not eating? It's warm in here. People are dancing.
He converses. Yeah.
Okay.
He has as much fun as
Nobody's
anybody
being weird to you. So there's that.
else. Right.
He's a little bit like many beings. The alcohol tends to enhance one's emotions, and he is sad because of some of the things he thinks about with the songs.
I'm sad because I eat.
And I eat because I'm sad.
It's a vicious cycle.
Now I want to watch all the Austin Powers movies.
They Don't.
I know, but I want to.
Oh.
The
It's okay to be sad. Feel the feeling. Hold on to it for a moment, and then let it pass.
that was beautiful.
And then I give him a hug.
What are you? I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to ask that. What are you?
Thanks there, Duncan.
He's
I do-
Duncan.
I'm Duncan, and I'm a person.
I know, but like, what are you?
I think I'm a nice person. I think
Can
I tried
anybody else
really
answer
hard
that
to
question
make
for
all of
me?
my
Because
friends
he
feel good
seems
about
to be
themselves.
lost on it.
Duncan,
He's a
Duncan.
letter genius.
Tell her about your destiny.
I do have a destiny. A destiny of
I'm
greatness.
gonna go pee while he's doing this.
I was born on a night.
Wait, why
at
did he
sea.
leave? Why did he leave?
Stormy night.
Oh,
The stormiest night there's ever been on the
why is
sea.
the AOL gone?
Just grab crucibles. And
I'm not sure I can stay for
I was
this.
touched by the elementals
in front of me.
as I was born.
Why are you laughing?
As I came out of my mother, I was touched by the power of the elements.
No, I've got maybe 20 minutes max. I'm gonna call it.
No, he was touched by elementals, so he has water elemental
I've
blood
been-
in him.
Oh,
I've been called, did you know, see?
I've met
I
metal.
prefer Duncan.
Wait, I've met elemental touched before.
Fuck it.
They were green
No laws.
or brown, but yeah.
There's different ones of us. But me, I tend to do well in the water.
That's great here. You know, honestly, guys, if you wanted, it's good here. I'm just saying. All right.
It does seem good here.
She keeps glancing at the window. I really gotta go. It was great seeing you. It was great meeting all of you.
So you've got to go home then?
Yeah. I'm back every week this time, so 7 days. Hopefully, I'll be here.
Right. 7 days then? We'll be here again for you?
I'm just peeing on the side of the building outside.
Oh, God.
Can you not?
Jesus.
Can you not come back
The water
sooner? Does
is
it have
right
to
there, yeah.
only be 7 days?
I have responsibilities. You know how it is living with your parents.
I live with my grandma, so yeah.
Yeah. My grandma's alive? She doesn't move much. All right.
She's a tree.
Well, it has been.
Seriously, I love meeting all of you. She walks around and starts kissing everyone's forehead. As she
It's been a. Okay, you're doing that. It's been a pleasure meeting you two, and yeah, if we're really lucky, we'll
Ooh,
be
you're
back.
a little cold.
If we're real lucky, we'll be back in a week. If we're not so lucky, well, you'll still be alive. That's about all we can say for the timeline.
If you get lost in the woods, she looks directly at you for this. Look for the starfire, okay?
Starfire?
Okay, I will remember that.
What's this Starfire?
I hope so. All right, guys. It was nice meeting you. Goodbye, everybody. And everyone gets, like, visibly sad she's leaving.
She seemed quite nice.
And
Yep.
she leaves.
I walk back in after she's gone. I missed
It's,
her. It's like, oh, I guess she left, huh? Okay.
certainly seems to be a bright light in a dark place.
I don't know. I think this place is quite nice too.
Oops. Oofta.
Have I ever read anything?
Roll.
History.
Things and
History.
stuff.
Could I roll that too, Mike? Since I do speak Elvish.
21.
Never mind. I'll just let her do it. Never mind.
What?
I was just gonna ask if I could roll it too, since I speak Elvish. I wonder if I heard
But she
anybody
rolled
going
well,
through.
so it doesn't matter.
So yeah.
What's your bonus on history?
+5.
Tayanil is something you remember reading. You remember reading it in a history of Edenia, of the Edenian Empire book. And you're fairly certain he helped sign the original accords founding the Edenian Empire. He was just a signing member. Which places him over 350 years old.
Which is.
Okay. Do you guys want to stop here?
Can we assume that she kept looking out the window just to see how dark it was getting?
You may do a thing in character if you'd like to roll perception.
Did
Or
any of you
investigation.
notice that she kept looking out the window? before she left. It seemed, I mean, it was a constant thing.
She was looking. The direction she was looking was towards the lake, and it was out. It wasn't towards the forest. It was out over the lake water, which is basically the opposite of the direction that she would head back into the forest, right?
Right. Can I roll insight for that then?
Sure.
And that would be the opposite direction where the sun would set.
Or you can roll insight or perception. Anybody.
Okay. Any penalties?
Yeah, if you're intoxicated, which you're the only one who is,
18.
you're at a
perception.
-3.
13.
9.
Okay.
18 perception.
13.
12.
18. Looking out over the lake, it's you don't see anything at first, right? But then you realize in the reflection of the lake, you can see the moon.
It's 100% I was thinking over here.
That is also what I was thinking, but my character would be oblivious.
I just really like when, like, me as a player figures something out in my brain. I'm like, I bet it's the reflection of the moon. My character won't know this, but I bet it is. And then I feel very validated as a person that I know things.
Anybody else see that out there?
He points
I see
it
the
out to you.
water.
Yeah, the lake looks pretty.
It
Big
does
deal.
look pretty.
Bags, can you even see out the window?
No,
I might have
I'm
to
just
go for a
imagining
swim.
that I see the water.
All right, get up on my shoulder.
Oh, you can see the moon in the water.
That kind of odd.
Well, that is how reflections
Well,
work.
I mean-
Like, I can see my face in your shiny metal.
That's true.
Here's an extra thing for you because you rolled so well. Earlier today, he said it was going to be clouds overhead.
Yep.
The reflection, there
There
are
shouldn't-
no
no
clouds. It's a perfect sky. You can see an entire star field.
Mm-hmm.
Who said it was going to be cloudy?
You did.
In your
You said it was going to
In
be
your
partially
weather
cloudy for the
prediction.
remainder of the day.
I thought it said only partially cloudy for the rest of the day.
Yeah,
It's partially.
partially cloudy.
but in the reflection, we see no clouds.
For the rest of the day.
Yeah, but you can see the sky. There's some clouds up
There's
in the
clouds in
fucking
the sky, but what we're seeing in the reflection is not what we're seeing in the sky.
Oh, there are no clouds in the reflection of the lake. Okay.
I don't notice that, so I can't.
That's what I'm pointing out to you guys. Guys, look at the water, look at the sky. Look at the water, look at the sky. Now look at the water.
I looked at the light.
Now look at the sky.
Ow.
The Jeopardy theme is currently playing in Ori's head.
So, it's cloudy up there, but the water's not cloudy at all. There's no reflection there. Wait a minute.
Now, upon further inspection, it's a 3/4 wane moon, and it's a full moon in the lake.
Joe's finishing off the pheasant.
Hate.
We're all
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, that sure is a reflection.
Might be a good night for me to go for a
I was
swim.
going to
You
say,
know what? I'm going to say it's an herb-crested pheasant.
don't you remember her
Herb-crusted.
saying that you being good
Herb-crusted.
in the water would be
Like
a
when it's
good
alive,
thing?
it's got like a herb.
It's like a fried pheasant, but herb fried.
I think you
Very
should go
tasty.
swimming.
That sounds good to me.
You think
Agree.
you think the water's enchanted?
I think there was something special with the water, and I think Duncan should go for a swim.
Right.
I'm going to come with you just in case there's something weird there, and then I can punch it.
Well, I'm gonna take Ori's advice since we're close to the forest, and I'll go with you too. So we're not splitting up.
Yeah, that would probably be.
Yeah, come here, buddy.
Well,
You lean on me. he's like falling over.
I appreciate it. Oh, I'm fine.
Crucible,
a
do you
good
want to
thing?
come to Ori, or not Ori, Duncan's going to go for a swim.
You could go for a walk in the lake.
I can walk under the water. I wouldn't mind going down and looking at the surface of that water and seeing what's up.
As you're all walking out, You folks okay?
It's a bartender.
Yeah.
Oh, doing just fine, Bob. We're gonna go for a little stroll and then we'll come back to bed down for the night.
Aye. Steer clear of the forest.
What
Will
about
do.
the lake?
Can I ask you? Yeah, right. Can we ask you something about the lake there?
Lake's beautiful. Perfect water. Great fishing.
But would you look up for me?
Oh, you mean that?
And then look down there? What's that about?
Yeah. That's, roll persuasion.
What if I help him by doing my goblin dance? You want to tell
might
him?
create a penalty.
I haven't done it this episode. I have to do it in every single episode.
16.
There it was.
No. They say on some nights it's a mirror to another world. You get in the water, it's the same water. You go touch it, you go drink it, there's nothing wrong with it. But if you look in it,
The reflections of a different world then?
aye, we've all grown used to it. We even miss it. But it's different. It's beautiful. I think it's part of why people here are calmer, nicer. It's beautiful nonetheless.
So, looking into the water then shows you someplace that's not here.
It shows you a sky that's different. I don't
It's
know.
not this sky. It's a different sky.
Is it always clear?
No. No, they have storms and they have bad days.
What about when Ernest is here? Is it always clear when she's here?
Never looked. Could be. Those
Maybe.
old elves, they do tricky things.
Start keeping a log. When she's here, look at the lake, look at her, look at the lake, look at her. Keep a log.
You know, I will.
Right.
Well,
Still think it's a good night for a swim then.
And I kind of want to look in the lake and see if, like, my face is different.
well,
What time do you close
Fine,
the doors?
We never really close the doors, but I'm going to sleep somewhere past mid.
Right. Well, we'll try to be back soon then. Thanks. Obviously, we've left.
He pokes his head out as you leave. Don't let Philip see you if you're skinny dipping. He'll throw a shit fit.
Ew, that's gross. Why would you even talk about that? Nobody's going to go skinny dipping.
Now somebody's gonna go skinny dipping.
That was not an idea.
You can't swim. You can't
I'm
swim.
not getting in the water.
Okay. Go to the lake. What do you do?
I just look in.
Are you still eating pheasants?
No. I went with him.
Okay.
I'm just maybe I'm gnawing on a little bit. I took it,
So,
but
here's what's
It was really good
interesting
pheasant, to
Yeah.
be fair.
What's interesting to me is that we were sent to find like some stones that would allow us to see a world different than ours, like a different place then. And here we are at the lake, and they're seeing a different place than actually is here. Seems odd to me. Still want to
there's
see what's
probably
down.
3 options. It'll be cool, it'll kill us, or it might do both.
Aye.
Or option 4,
Die in a cool
there
way.
are 4 stones we're supposed to find. What if one of the stones is at the bottom of the lake, and that's
Right.
what's making the lake do the weird, funky shit?
It's very possible. said, I'm thinking that's why I need to go. I need to go for a swim.
Should we all? Well, he said you could swim in it and it wouldn't do anything. He said you had to look in it, right?
Well, the reflection. That's what he's saying about what's different there. He said the water itself is the same, but if there is something down at the bottom that's causing this thing to happen, and we were to take it, for the 4 stones we need, I think I like where Bagby's going.
But what if we take it and Ernest can't come back anymore?
Because it's a doorway?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're thinking?
Maybe if we find it, we leave it there, and then we take it as the last stone so
Right.
that she has time.
I think first you're right. We just need to see if it's down there, or whatever's down there, if anything.
Maybe we take a look in the lake before we go splish splash.
Dude, this is a big ass lake. You know this.
I know. Could be anywhere. Could take
But
days
if it
to
is a
scan them.
portal, it's probably relatively close for Ernest to keep coming.
I was gonna say, didn't the bartender say that you could go in it and everything?
Yeah.
Like looking into it is what takes you to another place.
Yeah, he said the water's the same.
And it doesn't take you, it just shows you another place.
Yeah.
Like the sky that they see in the lake
It
is a
doesn't.
different
It
sky.
doesn't take you to another place.
He said it's fine. You can go in it.
Okay.
You
I
can
guess I
go
thought he
into
said.
it,
yeah.
I heard he said that.
Well, what we don't know if Arnis might use it for that purpose. But she could be more magical. We don't know. But we won't know until we do know. That's my point.
Yeah, if you want to go for a swim,
Oh man.
go right ahead.
So it's like 17 miles.
Oh
long.
no, there's no way.
Right. Do we reach the water's edge though? Yeah.
Sure, you can walk to the water's edge. It's past the bridge, in or actual bridge. You walk past the bridge, walk over the highway, walk in, and then walk towards the shore.
I would say we'd probably want to find a place along the shore that isn't necessarily in super close proximity to the one-room rundown shack.
It's not. It's not. That's on the far side of the highway.
Okay.
Well, I guess I walk up to the lake and look in.
You don't see anything.
Like, it just looks normal, or what do you mean?
You don't even see yourself.
We don't see our own reflection because we're not in that world.
I'll be back when I make my way into the lake.
Everybody roll perception real quick. And you roll swimming as well.
17.
Oh, no, you don't have to roll swimming. Never mind. I keep forgetting that.
I'm
Perception?
not even there.
14.
Perception?
Yes.
I'm not there.
It's 17.
12 again.
17.
It's like I'm not.
So the 2 plus 15s. So it's Crucible and yourself. You thought you saw something as he dove in, but it was also just the ripples of the water.
Anyone else see that?
I don't see anything.
I mean, it was a pretty
Literally,
good
I can't
dive.
see myself.
Crucible.
Yeah, something kind of looked funky, but it ended up looking like ripples. It just didn't seem quite right.
I hope Duncan's okay.
13.
Fairly shallow initially. I mean, this is a lake. You've actually swam this lake before.
You know,
The fairly shallow. The good collection of fish. A lot of mountain fish coming down off the water's a little chilly. you're closer to the mountains where it originated, so
cold doesn't bother me as much as other people. So I feel good about that.
Did it never bother you?
Anyway,
just let it go, okay?
All right.
You were the one who had to make the elf lady sound like a demon.
Let it go. Let it go.
Oh my god.
That perfect girl is gone.
See, that doesn't make any sense to what we were
One more perception roll
She
for
left.
anything that might be out.
Never
I
mind.
feel different or out of place. A
Oh, that does-
sparkle,
okay,
A
never
glimmer, anything. Do it.
Roll perception.
14.
You swim around for a couple minutes, and it's a lake. It's kind of murky. A lot of big fish. I mean, they got some honking catfish in this fucker too, which kind of excites you.
Well, he seems like he's having a good time.
Might go noodling later.
It's like snapping turtles, a lot of bottom plant life.
Right.
But it's a murky lake.
Nothing that's out of place then? No sparkling? Nothing like that? Nothing that I see anyway?
Nope.
With my shitty ass mother...
That's not Duncan.
I
That's
apologize,
Chad.
I'm getting a little upset here.
Okay.
Slowly poke my head up.
Does anything look weird when he does that?
Roll perception again.
Other than it just looking like a bubble in the water.
Yeah.
That's the third one I have rolled.
Oh, you did good. 10.
Well, I got a dirty
Oh.
20 initially, but it's reduced by 3, so 17.
25.
You're totally encapsulated by the.
I'm just. Why?
It's basic.
Am I
it's
not
like a.
there?
It's like a clear night in Alaska for you, where the Milky Way is just fucking perfect, right? Like you're seeing that star field, and you're like,
I'm not used to stars because I live underground, but the stars in here are like really super cool. And
what was the rest of them? Sorry, yours is 25.
17 after the
I got a 10.
inebriation.
I'm a little
Okay,
concerned
25
the bag's gonna
Crucible.
jump in and drown or something.
Crucible. You, as soon as he pokes his head up, you see the shadow of somebody standing in the reverse direction. The shadow of a person standing in the reverse direction. Like full body. And as soon as he pokes his head back down, the whole thing disappears.
Where's the shadow?
That's what I'm trying to picture
Basically
what you mean.
standing on where his head popped
Head
out.
is.
Like
But you're saying
it's like
facing
standing
the other
above
way?
the water.
It's standing down into the reflection.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like it's upside down.
Right, so like the water's here and he's
Yeah,
standing like
yeah.
It's in front of him, behind him.
Directly on top. I'll give you one more thing. Because you rolled so well. Feminine qualities.
familiar feminine qualities. Like, we know the shape because we watched her sing for an hour.
Yep.
It's a shadow.
Well, he's underwater. I can't talk to him. Guys, I just noticed something really funky out there. Right when he popped his head up, I saw like a shape of a woman. Like basically right on top of him. It was like a shadow. It wasn't like a real person there. I'm not sure our friend's too safe out there.
I swim back closer to them,
Okay.
and then again, as I get closer to the edge, but there's still enough water, I come back up.
Duncan, I think you might want to come in here.
The shadow's gone, by the way. That he's poked his head up this time.
Don't see anything down here.
Yeah, well, I thought I saw something when you were out further.
Crucible, because of your previous roll, there's a shadow coming from in towards the lake, heading towards him.
And I think there's something coming towards you right now.
Like behind me?
Yeah, you better get the hell out of
Hey,
there.
Duncan.
I think you should
Get
probably
your ass out of the water.
Turn. Do I see anything behind me?
Duncan, I'd like you to roll athletics.
Duncan, I can't punch shadows. I can't punch
How
them.
deep is he right now?
And it's not quite
10 feet.
Are we able to grab him when he's in water, or does he become part of the water?
He has a
He's a person.
corporeal
Yeah, he-
form.
Okay.
He's just-
He's
Basically like Aquaman.
his spirit is
Up
just
to the
part of the
Okay.
water.
Okay.
Is how it works.
I didn't know if he would like attune to it or something like that when he got in.
We're all 70% water. He's like 85.
Two.
You get pulled under, and you all see him get pulled under fairly violently.
fuck.
Why the hell didn't you listen to me?
Go get him!
Oh, like I can swim so well.
I'll dive into the water.
He can't drown.
No, you can't.
There's a
drown.
mouse in the window.
In the window?
Uh-huh.
He's
Oh,
your
I
baby
see.
mouse. They
Hi,
can't get
buddy.
in through that, so that's fine.
Hi, buddy.
Oh, they're not
I
there.
saw
I
it
see a
too.
steel.
Yeah, you know, I pay for field mice protection on the outside of my house, and I just feel like we're not getting what we're paying for here.
Don't you have a cat?
Take a photo quick.
We have a shit cat.
Oh, okay.
Take a photo.
How's that sound?
I think my cat. I've never seen a bug in my house.
Buying it from?
I think my cat's killing all of them.
Can I
Make
borrow
sure you've
it?
got perspective.
I mean, I don't know what. I don't do anything special
I've
to
got
keep
too
bugs
much
out.
reflection
Otherwise.
off the glass.
So
Something's grabbing me.
okay, yeah. As soon as he's back,
I look very anxious, but I'm not gonna jump in 10 foot of water.
You know he can't drown.
I know. You can get his ass
He
kicked
could still
once
be
he
getting
gets
it.
drug under.
I will.
What are you doing?
Taking mice
It's
pictures.
like the
Focusing
worst time to do this. I'm trying to wrap up.
I know you're I'm listening.
But we're also trying to get you a refund from your mouse
It's
people.
focusing on the
shit.
spider web and shit on the glass. It won't focus on him.
Okay.
I
Roll
Concern-
perception underwater. What? Continue.
concerned for his safety. Like I know he can't drown, but I'm concerned for his safety all the
He can
same. So
still
I
be
am
killed.
going to jump into the water.
Okay. Roll athletics to swim.
Oh, goodness.
6.
Okay. You can't see anything.
20.
Great swimming. You really. It's like he yelled "mama" right before he went in, and you just got all that strength built up.
There it is.
We'll take that one. We'll take that one. Do you want?
That's a natural 20. I went exactly the opposite way.
You get pulled down into the darkness and into the murk, and you feel like something finally let you go, and you're about to swim up. And as you swim up, you look forward, and you say, "Hey, baby, I missed you." And your mother is there. Shut up! Thank you for watching tonight.
Wasn't his mother a person? Like a human?
Was.
We'll see you next week.
Cool.
We'll see
you tomorrow
for
for
a lot of
Cyberpunk.
us.
Yeah, minus the long-haired one in the back. And Sunday,
Who?
I don't see him either.
we'll be doing Tarwa again.
Yep.
So, bye.
Oh yeah, that is the Starfinder.
Fun, everyone. Thank you for coming and seeing us. I just saw me mom.
Come and knock on our door.
I may not be here.
We'll be waiting for
I'm
you.
trying to
Where the kisses are hers and hers and his. Three's company too.
If that is the case,